Hello, everyone, and welcome to Freaky Friday. It is a Freaky Friday indeed.
It's so weird. This day's been insane.
It has.
For both Zach and I. Zach's been moving.
Yeah, that's why I am in casual Friday mode here.
We're both lightly sweating.
Yes, I was not lightly sweating earlier. It was heavy, and it's raining.
Yeah, it's weird.
And moving. And all that kind of stuff. But I'm excited because we're returning back to Dunwich. We took a vacation, Consternation on the Constellation last week for Arkham Con 2020, and that was a blast. We kind of did a side scenario. And I saved some XP in hopes that, because today's the release day of Return to Forgotten Age, in hopes that it would be out.
Any subscribers out there get their return to you?
Literally, I skirted in here, and I was like, hey, is my box here? And it is. Which I'm very excited about.
Boom! There it is. Return to Forgotten Age.
Yeah, so I'm going to actually open it, and I need to get my survival knives out.
I saw somebody asking about the septic, my septic situation, which is a really funny thing to say. So I'm moving out to some land and trying to get infrastructure built out there. That's where I was this morning, meeting a guy out there at 9:30, and you know what happened? Everybody knew what happened.
He's not there.
He didn't show up till noon. So Zach's moving.
Which
he's
is the problem
sweating.
because you're out in the middle of nowhere.
That's right. I'm in the middle of nowhere. So he was trying to swerve in here at 1. That was looking sketchy. And then I was meeting with just the exact person you expect. Just like
the septic guy that goes out in the middle of the country.
Here's what you need to know.
He's a character in most horror movies.
50 years old.
All right.
You know, like standard. You know, the standard look, the jeans and the tucked-in shirt and the big belt buckle. Jacked to pieces, like in a way that's like uncomfortable to walk kind of thing.
This guy is giant?
Yeah, like it veins and like not giant like Arnold giant, but like somebody who spent a lot of time
working on
it.
Yeah.
And then really first thing he tells me is that he's married to a 28-year-old.
That's literally the first thing?
It's about the first thing.
Why is that?
Just came up, I guess, or he made sure that it came up.
I mean, I feel like he's proud of that for some reason.
Nice guy, but had a lot of insane things to say, and then, which I won't get into here because I don't even want to bring those up. And then post-hole dug some holes, and about 18 inches down hit rock on one of them, which is a bummer. But the soil, topsoil, we got about 12 inches, 8 to 12 inches of good topsoil, and then it gets progressively worse. So we'll have to do an aerobic system, which is a little bit more expensive.
Oh, really?
About $5,600 to $6,500.
Surprise.
Yeah.
Well, good morning, America. How are we doing today?
It's real.
Man, I didn't know.
I love spending that money on nothing.
You didn't tell me about that part of it until we were live.
Can you imagine if you moved into a house in the city and it's like, well, to access the sewer is going to be $6,000?
Well, that's part of why you move into the city.
That's why you move into the city. They're very efficient.
Hey, I was poking through these new cards in this Return to Forgotten Age, and I got to tell you, can I tell you something?
The system will last a lifetime, but we got to pump it every 2 years. We got to dump bleach into it every month, and we'll probably have to replace the sprinkler heads of the pump every now and again. But it shoots your composted human waste onto your yard through sprinkler heads.
Really?
Yeah, to fertilize it.
Huh.
It's got to have somewhere to go. It doesn't sit there forever like the anaerobics do.
Yeah.
It's got to bring oxygen in and then
it goes
shoot it
somewhere.
out.
Well, that's
so I at least feel like I'm kind of doing a sustainable thing. I won't put it on the tomato plants or anything, but.
Hey, can I?
$275 for this guy to come out and dig 3 holes. It took him 10 minutes.
But really, it was for the information he gave
I'm in the wrong business, man.
Right? It's the information he gave you.
We've been running this marathon for 13 years, and to make $275 in 10 minutes would be a miracle. Right?
Well, 10 minutes of you just going somewhere would be pretty impressive.
Yeah. Now, at one point, maybe coming to be successful, like Wolf of Wall Street style, where I'll make $275 every 10 minutes, and I'll give it away, man. I'll give it away. I'm not the Bezos.
Did you hear he sold $3 billion of his stock? Now he actually has it in cash.
No, I didn't hear that.
That's a whole different conversation.
What's he going to do with it? I did see that that Disney lost for the first time in a long time. By like 20 years, they had losses.
Disney?
Year. Disney.
Yeah. It's bad. I mean, their parks are closed. Their movies aren't coming out.
And they're bad. As you would, please.
Oh, the movies are bad.
Yeah,
I thought you meant they're bad people. I was like, man, that's getting really.
I was trying to get there on Star Wars, but it was a lot.
Where was I? Was reading Anyways, hey, look at these cards in Return to Forgotten Age. Can I show you some things?
We can't pop up anything except Survival Knife.
I know, but can I read them to you?
Sure, you can read
I'm
me
going to read
anything.
them all.
Just read me anything
There's
you
a
want.
few favorites that I want to show you. So I have the Experience Survival Knife. That's already got a spot in my deck. And I just noticed familiar cards that are like upgraded versions. So like there's a new Ancient Stone. There's a new Decorated Skull.
Oh my gosh, that's really big for the Joe deck. What does it do in text? We're not going to pop it up, but what does it do in text?
It's 3 experience. It uses 0 charges. Reaction: after an investigator, ally, or enemy at your location is defeated, place a resource on it as a charge. Spend 3 resources on it, draw that many cards, and gain that many resources.
Wait a minute.
So you literally...
Wasn't the old one spend a charge, draw a card? Oh, it was draw a card or gain a resource. This one is spend 3 to gain 3 and 3.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is better.
Which is crazy.
But it's a little less, I like that it's a little less versatile.
We also have the 2 experience Mist of Riley, or Relay.
That's Riley.
5 charges. Spend 1, evade. The evasion attempt uses brain instead of foot. You get +1. If you succeed, after evading the chosen enemy, you may move to a connecting location. If a symbol was revealed, choose and discard a card from your hand.
So the only thing that's different about that one is it doesn't have as big of a bonus, which actually I would prefer.
Is yours like more experience?
Mine's the level 4, and it's got a +3, and this one is only a +1. So you pay 2 pips for a +2 bonus, which is fine. I mean, when you need to evade, you need to evade. So I'm not worried about it. But.
Yeah. We also got a new Chthonian Stone, which is interesting. I'm not going to read it.
Ooh, that's really interesting.
Perhaps
actually.
most importantly and most signature for us, we also get the Experience Backpack.
Oh my God!
2
Yeah, what
experience,
does that do?
1 cost. Reaction: after it enters play, search the top 12 cards of your deck for 3 non-weakness item or supply cards and attach them face down to the backpack. Cards attached to the backpack may be played as though you're in your hand. If there are no cards attached to the backpack,
So
discard
top 12 instead of top 6.
Some would say that's twice
Wait, how
as
many
good.
pips? How many pips is that? Experience.
2 pips.
Hey, that's pretty good for 2 pips.
Yeah.
An extra 6 cards?
Isn't the regular backpack 2 cost as well?
It's 3.
Uh,
Is it 2?
it's
What's that one cost?
1.
That one only costs 1?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it costs 1 and it searches 12. That's fantastic.
It's a 1 cost search 12.
That's fantastic.
Stash 3 items.
This game's broken. You're gonna have to ban that backpack. It was already one of the best cards in this game.
I know, right? Am I right? So I have my deck built, but we need to build the scenario still.
Yeah, and I'll start doing that.
Because
How's everybody doing out there? Let's see. I need to catch up with you guys. Chris Hodevec saying plants. That's good. Ben saying they paid a lot of their people. Does that mean Amazon paid a lot of their people? Because that'd be cool. I wouldn't mind that at all. Okay. Return to.
Glad to hear you're doing good, Chris.
Return to. Oh, you already got the return to stuff.
Yeah, I have the return to and the standard stuff.
Okay. And
I
the
just
core
haven't
set?
actually. I don't have the core set out.
Core set. This is the pack. And then do we have Dunwich Legacy?
Nathan saying, "Hey guys, Ashes, eh? Well, sign me up. Subscription engaged."
Absolutely, it's a big deal.
Benjamin Dodd said, "Just watch the Ashes stream. So excited for the reprinting."
Yeah, we're giving it a shot. I mean, like, so the reality here is that the game wasn't able to persist for a number of reasons, but the main one was that it just, I mean, I think it's mainly a volume thing, and it's just the reality of expandable competitive games that we've seen with Conquest, Star Wars LCG, Game of Thrones LCG. Any others? Any competitive LCGs that I'm missing? There was another one in there. Netrunner. Netrunner wasn't exactly a volume problem, probably. It was more the licensing problem. But it also had its down period.
Yeah.
And I think without drastic measures,
there
it would
was
have
the
failed as
Call
well.
of Cthulhu LCG.
Of
There was
course.
the Game of Thrones LCG. We didn't
Yeah.
already mention it.
Yeah.
Um,
So all of them except L5R have failed. So this is the reality. It's just like, okay, well, these games don't work in the current standard distribution setup. And it makes a lot of sense why. We'll talk about it in the podcast. We're recording that after this stream. But, you know, to get a retailer to care about selling, making a $30 sale every quarter and thinking that that's going to motivate anybody to host events and whatnot in place of Magic or Pokemon it's just not true.
and we recently talked about the collectible model and about how it compares to the competitive LCG model. And it's just apples and oranges, honestly.
So yeah, so this is at least an option. This is a way that maybe these games could be printed at all, It's not going to be perfect for everybody, but the alternative is nothing. So we're giving it a shot. We're excited about it.
Someone was asking, it's gone, by the way. But they were asking about what they have the core set for Arkham. They're not sure where to go next. So a lot of it depends on
Forgotten Age.
That's probably not the recommendation, but a lot of it depends on the availability of product. Whatever cycle you can find the deluxe and the cycle for is probably where you should go next.
Yeah, it's awful right now.
There's a lot of people hopping into Arkham, and supply has always been spotty on certain packs, so it really just comes down to what you can actually get.
The same thing happened also to Lord of the Rings. You remember how hard it has been to find Lord of the Rings full cycles forever? I was talking to Robert about that. I wish they would just print one cycle at a time and then just leave everything else alone. One cycle at a time, put it in print, then print the next cycle, put it in print, etc. Okay, perform the setup indicated in the Dunwich Legacy campaign guide with the following exceptions. When gathering encounter sets, also gather the new encounter sets for Return to Blood on the Altar, shown here. Okay, so we need the...
Ben, thanks for the comment. He says, can't wait for the podcast. One of the top podcasts I listen to. I love the discussions. Glad to have you. Glad you're digging it.
Good. And then we get Resurgent Evils because we're tough.
Daniel asking, has there been any official news on the board that Steven's using and when it's coming out? It's in-stage prototypes. We're probably less than a month or two away, I would guess.
Yeah, month-ish.
Month-ish,
yeah.
two-ish.
Yeah.
There's a lot that goes into that process.
Well, there's been a lot going on at Covenant, too. There's only so many bodies. Only so many bodies. Isn't that the truth? You excited about your new house?
Yes, I'm exhausted about it right now. I'm excited to be done.
Yeah.
It's a lot more space. That's also exciting. We've been living in a small apartment for a while.
I thought I would feel more relieved after the Ashes announcement, given all the work that went into that. But it's just
the next day shows up.
Let's go. Let's keep going. Remove the original Village Commons location from the game. Okay.
Sort of insane. Where'd you get your Chaos Bag, and is there any news on connector tokens from Covenant? No news on connector tokens. They're on the list.
They're happening. Actually, I sent an idea to Jonathan yesterday.
Is this our bag?
Or a couple days ago. Yes.
So these Chaos Bags were organized play stuff very early on for Arkham. I don't know what events exactly they came from, but I wasn't really paying attention to Arkham back then. I just remember seeing them come through, and then now I think that they're not super easy to get. I'm surprised they don't have something in stock for that.
Yeah.
I'm not surprised. Surprised is the wrong word.
Maybe they're busy working on that Keyforge app.
Or maybe they've thought that people just use. I've seen a lot of people using those Crown Royale bags.
Oh yeah.
That's
Crown Royal.
the go.
I mean, that's dice bags. That's everything.
We have physical trauma, right?
Yeah.
I do after today.
Yeah, right. We do have one physical trauma apiece. Yes.
See, I got a brain.
I got a big old brain. Remove the original Village Commons from the game and replace it with the other one. Add the new location to the original locations from the Blood on the Altar encounter set, and remove one of 3 of each of them at random. Choose one of the 6 remaining. Okay.
And so for anyone joining us, and this would be a weird scenario to randomly be new to, but
welcome.
Normally, so we're playing the Dunwich Legacy campaign, and normally
a lot of these things.
We're playing the Return to box, which modifies the original in some way. So that's what Steven has, this book that someone sent us online, some miracle worker. Chris sent us the book, but I don't know who made it. And it kind of adjusts what's going on, which just obviously increases the replayability. And a lot of times in the Return to, they'll change things based on feedback and a lot of playthroughs since it's been out, obviously, for a while.
And then you can return to it, and it gets fun. All right, Dunwich.
What up, Paul? What's the percentage for Ashes at?
It's over 70
Over
right
70. Steven's been updating the product description.
The Royal We, Covenant.
The Royal We, every so often. When it's you and I here, it's weird to say we, because I feel like then I'm trying to be this is... Anyways.
I feel like you're speaking French.
It's we. It's on the description, and we'll update that semi-regularly. Obviously, we're about to go into a weekend, so we'll try to keep everyone updated. But we're past 70%, which is fantastic, because we're not even a day past the kind of surprise stream announcement, which is super exciting. I mean, the idea that we get to play a role in helping bring a game back that didn't necessarily work at at full scale, like 3-tier system, retail, etc. For a lot of different reasons. We're going to talk about the whole thing on the podcast this week if you want to hear a lot more about that. But it's just really cool. We played so many games that have come and gone over the years, and a lot of times they
played them on Thursdays.
Mm-hmm, a lot of them on Thursdays, and a lot of times they have a ton of players, right? I mean, a lot of our throwbacks have had 5, 10, 15, 20,000 views of people, and so many comments of saying, "Oh, I loved this game. I would still play it if it were around today." But games to kind of function in the typical publisher, distributor, retailer environment need a certain mass of players on a regular basis, and all kinds of things can go wrong. We've been doing a mini-series on the podcast called How to Ruin a Game, and we're kind of highlighting all the various ways that a game can go south, especially particularly, I like that combo, especially particularly, where are the comments at?
Don't call me Shirley.
The reality of like when you have a game that is community driven and you need ongoing support and player interest and it expands, there's just so many hazards in that, and to be successful at that, especially when all the time there's new versions of those kind of games coming out.
Okay, shuffle them into the encounter deck. Okay. Oh, the gang's after us, man.
Jared says, I made a big Plaid Hat Games order to catch up and subscribed. Look forward to the pre-con games at home until hopefully we can get back out.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, we're hoping that it's we're hoping that it goes. You know, I mean, you've seen stuff, right? It'll get to like 75, 80%, and then it's like, well, that was everyone. Hope that doesn't happen. I feel like I'm kind of dual wielding knowledge
really,
here.
I mean, you got like a very like you know, when you're in like a campaign, like a D&D campaign, and you go into a library and there's that guy with the glasses, he's reading like 12 books at once.
Yeah.
You're that guy.
Yeah. All right. So gather the cards for each character who was kidnapped. Dr. Francis Morgan is the only one that was kidnapped. Wow, we did well, I think. Oh, no, Armitage as well. Ooh. Man, they're asking me to do a lot here, man. Hold on to that.
Amazing comments coming in that I just want to read real quick. Blake
Why
says,
wouldn't you?
do you think they'll release the 1.5 rules online in the meantime so we can play with the current product? I just unexpectedly bought into it. So presumably what I'm hoping is that we're going to stream Ashes on a pretty regular basis in general, but obviously especially until we can try to get to the point where it actually is going to come back into print. But ideally, we get to show off some of the new rules and some of the new cards, and how exactly Plaid Hat wants to roll that out we'll reveal in the future. But that's something that ideally, if people are buying the product now, there's no reason not to allow them to start playing, and then they get a fresh wave of cards when the 1.5 upgrade comes in. I love this too. Josh Crown, what's up? Glad to have you here. He says, found you guys through the quarantine live streams. I signed up for the Arkham subscriptions today. It's been so frustrating hunting down packs on release day, and so happy for what you guys do. I love these streams.
Awesome.
That's so awesome. Happy to have you, and that's exactly why we built that service.
It came out of that exact thing, didn't it?
It's just so to be chasing down these like $15 packs every month, especially if you play more than one game. It gets really. It used to be like there weren't even release dates back in the day. It's just like they just come out when it happens. So really happy to hear that you've been loving the streams, and also now are going to be loving the subscriptions.
Where's Dr. Armitage? Where's Dr. Armitage from?
What up, West Coast Bannerman?
Anybody out there know? Is that Dunwich Legacy card? I think he might be sprinkled in with the Return to stuff on accident. He didn't go into any of our decks, did he? Oh wait, Armitage, right here.
Soren says, I'm considering signing up for a subscription to Arkham products, but since shipment would be to Denmark and there's a chance it gets taken into customs, does Covenant have any solutions for this? Nothing immediately. We're looking at international shipping and ways for us to do that domestically. I don't know the full answer, particularly because you're coming from Denmark, but hopefully we can at least ease that pain a little bit.
You got to talk to your government and have less nice things. Get those customs charges down.
Yep, that's right. Did you find Armitage? Did you find him?
Yes, I did. Yeah, Earl and Zebulon. Okay, Zebulon, Earl.
Dagran's saying, are they going to reprint the old packs for Ashes, or are they all going to be new content? So as far as I'm aware, the 1.5 upgrade kit modernizes all the 1.0 stuff, which is there's like 20 or 25 SKUs. And then as those run out, and once we get past the 1.5 upgrade kit, presumably if they reprint a product, they would reprint it up to 1.5 edition. So then you could still get those things, but the easiest way to get it is going to be at the moment is that 1.0, because reprints are also questionable, right? It's part of the problem that the whole PDP is solving, which is just like, if it took you, like at Plaid Hat, they still have stock, right? And that stuff's been printed for a couple of years. So then if you slowly run out, the minimum print run on stuff is not small. So when do you reprint, and what does that look like? So those are still questions to be answered based on how it all goes. But ultimately, at some point, a lot of that probably gets reprinted as they run out of stock, and they find ways to bring that for people just now getting it in to be able to catch up.
Okay, commons. Okay. Oh, wow. Cool.
Vindicator says, you guys got me into games. I watched X-Wing on YouTube to relax and unwind. Then I saw Destiny and committed to my first game in tabletop. I'm still looking for my next game, but thanks for the variety. Happy to be here. If you need any recommendations, let us know.
This is a reader.
We got a reader.
This is something here. I mean, this is something. Okay. We weren't delayed. Shuffle the encounter decks. Remove one of the 2 copies.
The Madness of Arkham.
Take the previously. Okay, so then on return to, remove the original village commons. Done. Replace it with this one. Okay. Add the new location to the original locations from Blood on the Altar. Okay, here are the locations, and here are the original locations. Okay, so there's probably now 3 of each, if I did my math correctly.
Andrew says, so there was discussion on the Facebook group about stores being able to monetize for non-collectible games. Didn't you guys cover this on a podcast? If so, do you remember which episode? So it was across a couple episodes, and we've talked about that in general forever.
It's a revolution. It's got to happen.
Because we opened in 2012 in our local store, and we were pretty committed to not selling, particularly Magic.
Fully committed.
Very committed, for a lot of reasons. I mean, we always played the games that weren't Magic, so we were always kind of second fiddle, and we wanted to be able to support the games we wanted to support. And so we wanted to see if you could actually make a game store without Magic. And people thought we were crazy. No Magic, no 40K. Up front, there's no Pokemon. We also didn't have Yu-Gi-Oh! And so we opened.
Choose one of those.
And we got a couple years in, and things I think were going pretty well for us. But at the same time, a couple years in, everyone's still overworking and underpaid. And you start just doing the hard math on it, which is the LCG at the time. Okay. The LCG at the time that was one of our biggest was Game of Thrones. And we had a pretty regular 25, 30 person crew coming in to play Game of Thrones. We had a membership that they would pay to be a part of. $20, or I think it was $15-20 a month. I don't remember.
It was 15 at that time. Still 15 in it.
But we did the math. You start doing the math on like how this works, and it's like, well, 30 people playing Game of Thrones. It's like if a pack's $15 and we charge $15, stores are typically going to make about $7.50 off of that. So it's like that's $200. At even $10 an hour, it's 20 hours of work a month that you make off of like product being sold. And we were hosting a weekly tournament. We had staff that all knew how to play and could demo it, and we're constantly pitching the game. And so you just kind of run into this economic wall. So we talked about it on the podcast in depth about collectability and the model when we were first looking into Flesh and Blood. But that's the last like 10 episodes, somewhere in there.
6 remaining locations from the game at random. Then choose one of the 6 remaining. Okay. One of this at random, and remove it from the game as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Billy Fallon says, Zach, Covenant CEO, occasional easel. Because I was holding your book.
Thank you, yeah. One of the 6 remaining locations at random, and remove it. Oh, one of the 6 piles is probably what they mean. So we've essentially got 6 piles of 2 locations, and it says choose one of the 6 remaining locations at random and remove it from the game. Put the remaining into play. So we choose one of these piles to eliminate, right? I don't know. That's how.
Is that right?
It must be, man.
Why are there 2 of each of these?
So we started with 3 because you have 2. You have 2 normally, 2 of every location normally, and then you add a third of every location for the return to. And so it says add the new location to the original, then remove one of the 3 copies of each of these locations from the game at random. So we chose 1 of 3 at random from all of these piles. Then choose one of the 6 remaining locations at random and remove it from the game as well.
So there's just going to be a location we can't get to.
There's a location that's just not even going to come into play.
Yeah.
It's just like
So there's going to be like a location deck or something.
Yeah.
I got it.
I'll start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
We got it. 2.
1, 2. The church is gone.
A couple comments I want to hit. Ryan Roper saying, I have a box of challenge decks for the Middle Earth CCG coming my way. Can't wait to get a hold of them. That's awesome. I love that game. Daggerwrench says, thanks for answering. By the way, you guys rock. I listen to you guys every day while I'm at work. Definitely appreciate what you guys do, and good to sign up to, and going to sign up to the subscription services. We genuinely appreciate it. It's the only way that we're able to keep doing this 5 days a week. So you guys are the best, honestly. Dagger says, next level, bring Netrunner back. Yeah, I'd love to. It's one of my favorite games of all time.
I've done something wrong.
Let's see what chat's saying.
Well, this is clearly not written correctly. Because it says, put the remaining locations into play. It's like, you can't have 2 Osborne's General Store into play. That doesn't make any sense. It's impossible. How's this supposed to look, even? Oh! It also tells me here to remove one of the 2 copies of each other location from the game.
So you get down to 1 of each, right?
Okay, yeah.
You shuffle it in, and then you go down,
Okay, so then choose randomly across all of these.
All right, 1, 2, 3. I'll take the bottom one here.
Oh, nice.
Do we keep that one?
No, get this out of here. This is all gone. Village Commons, and then we got some stuff here. Okay, I think that's right. Boom, 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 boom. Okay.
Hodevek says the Village Common 5 total location.
There we go. We got them. When placing encounter cards underneath location, do not include the 6th card from the Naomi's Crew. What's the Naomi's Crew encounter set? Why do they name them instead of just giving me the symbol? It drives me off the wall. What's the Naomi's Crew encounter set? Any ideas? No, we don't know because it's a symbol. Does it say it anywhere?
Does it say in here?
Yeah, probably. I'm just looking for a reason. I'm just looking for a reason.
Oh no, whippoorwills. Whippoorwills.
Whippoorwill. Have you heard them in the wild?
Is it like a mockingjay?
It's more owly. Thugs look like arrowed down. Yeah, okay, so it's the mobsters. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so they don't go underneath. Fair. Okay, now let's go back to the book. Give me the book. Hit me with the book. Yeah, so I added the gang. The problem ultimately is...
Thomas, we appreciate you being a member. Seriously.
Yeah, the card here says remove one of the 3 from the game, and then this says remove one of the 2 from the game. So that got us down. And then put the remaining into play. Okay, they're here. Look at them. And then take the hidden chamber and key to the chamber.
I'm trying to keep up with chat, but you guys are moving too fast.
I'm moving too fast. Hidden chamber and key to the chamber.
This is going to be crazy, isn't it?
Along with the top 3 of the encounter deck, shuffle them and randomly deal 1 card face down underneath each. Oh. Okay, so everything except Village Commons gets a card. So I've got to shuffle this without O'Banions. No Banyan. Okay. No Banyan. A great Arkham host sets up the game before anybody arrives, by the way. If you didn't know that.
Kind of like a wizard.
Yes. Arrives precisely. Okay, here we go. So let's shuffle these boys up.
I solved this, though.
It's funny because I actually see how it's supposed to be set up in the book, and I think it may actually be the opposite of that. Like the exact opposite.
Well, this leads to here, and 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 this leads to here. What else do you want from me?
I don't know, man. Look at the
they
book.
have it upside
Look at
down?
the book. They have it in a big circle.
Okay. Okay. Let's try
I'm going to
again.
lose it on this one, man.
All right, there's no circle, though. We're missing one of them, you know? Let's just try it like this.
Village Commons in the middle, probably. I'm not supposed to put a cart under the Village Commons. There we go.
I get it now.
Had it nailed, though.
It would have worked. We would have made it.
In the book, it shows with all possible locations, but in the setup, you have to remove one location. So it'll be like in the book, except -1.
So this leads to here.
I don't have the mental capacity for this.
Give me them toothpicks.
Okay, we're not done with this. We've
spot,
only
yeah.
just begun on this, actually. Okay, set the previously set aside, deal them underneath there. And then we've got blood on the altar
My
card.
hair is crazy.
And we've got this.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, we're working on the connectors. I swear it will happen. We have to experience the problem once a week.
Yeah, we want them more than anybody.
I clicked on it, like it pops up in my recommended feed on YouTube, and I clicked it. And I just scanned to like 2 hours in, and it was like, I have no idea what's happening right now.
Okay, so I think we've done that, and this one says, check the campaign log. If the O'Banion gang has a bone to pick, they do. Spawn a set-aside hired gun at one of the locations not connected to Village Commons. Shuffle the other one into the encounter deck. Okay, so this needs to go somewhere that isn't Village Commons. Spawns right at us. Let's not do that yet. I think we got to spawn ourselves first. We begin at the Village Commons. I like our team, by the way.
So
It's a story.
Old man, Storm and Norman.
Why is this happening? This old man and this
And his chef.
butcher.
It's his chef.
Chef is a nice way of putting it. All right, well, I believe we've done it.
Robin, that's so awesome to hear. Welcome.
I think I've already lost 1 or 2 sanity.
That's what people were saying. Watching you lose sanity points as you set up these scenarios is fantastic.
It's the truth, man. That's the truth. Okay.
Josh saying Dunwich Doom tokens. Let's go. I believe
That's our OGs. Yeah.
technically the standard Doom are considered that.
Standard, excuse me.
The ones that come in the set.
Yeah.
Hey, you don't black and red acrylic. I'm done.
You're there. Here we go. Can you shuffle that up a bunch?
I could.
Just wanted to know. You don't need to.
Eddie saying, has there ever been a good card game based on Star Trek? I've heard a lot of good things about the Star Trek CCG from the 90s. Decipher put it out. And this is like deep cuts. You ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
So there's apparently this store called Ollie's.
Okay.
Have you heard of it? There's one in Tulsa.
No.
They're not on the West Coast. There's
Just
East
a
Coast,
store?
and it's called Ollie's.
What do they sell?
O-L-L-I-E. Old
Skateboard tricks?
Used things that like department store things that didn't sell, or like warehouses of stuff that get found. It's just like crazy. But check this out. Randomly, there was this guy who found like 10 boxes of this old Star Trek set, sealed booster boxes at Ollie's. And so then there was like a Ollie's
run
hunt
on the
across
market.
the nation.
Oh, wow.
People were like going, and then it turns out there was this. It was like Mirror was the set of Star Trek CCG, and it was just like every Ollie's had like 15 of them. And so like those previously were like $200 boxes,
gosh.
and
What?
they were selling them for $8.
Wow.
So then there was a run on the market.
Yeah, and then they sold them, retail them back out for what, 150?
I mean, it's on eBay for however, but like there was a surge in demand or a supply, right?
Right.
So then like, it's just anyways.
I love it when that kind of stuff happens, man.
Getting all these Throwback Thursdays together, I'm in like a handful of Facebook groups and Reddit groups. They're like old game CCG collectors.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, so then you just get to
Really
see some of these
fantastic.
really just...
It's really always been your destiny to end up there.
Yeah, it's like, let's find the really old, rare things. And I collect things that have no business being collectible. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do, man. I do.
Bubba says, just went to my mailbox, Hulk, and Return to Forgotten Age. Fantastic. Nailed it. Glad you got him.
Return to Forgotten Hulk.
He says, you guys rock. Yeah, we work really hard to try to get those to people as soon as we can without breaking street date. So it's awesome. Really awesome to hear that's working out.
It's important. Okay, so we're all here. Thank you for the shuffle. You can put it up there, yeah, as you
Did it.
like. Scenario 4, blood on the altar. Spawn that guy wherever you want, not in the middle.
We're gonna go.
Where would a hired gun be? School?
No.
Burned ruins? That's too
He's probably
incriminating.
at the Osborne's general store.
Yeah, he's just looking for action, dude.
He's just picking up a pack of cigs.
When you finally reach Dunwich, you're greeted by Zebulon Whately and Earl Sawyer. Zebulon you'll remember probably from the Mythos CCG that we played. Another man from the village who'd met with Dr. Armitage during the incident several months ago. Things ain't looking too good here, Earl tells you. Some folk up and went missing a few nights ago. Dim whippoorwills won't shut up. Don't know what you're doing here, but last time you Arkham folk came around, it was bad news. Very bad news. His eyes blink rapidly and he coughs and looks away.
What's his name?
Look, Earl, of course. Look, why don't you rest for the night and look for whatever it is you're looking for tomorrow? Zebulon chimes in.
You're
It's
doing
actually
great.
written like that.
I know, you're doing great.
Well, you know, roots run deep, man. Zebulon chimes in, putting a wrinkled hand on your shoulder. You begin to protest, but your aching muscles and weary mind won't allow you to refuse. The elderly man offers to take you in for the night and drives you to his home at the outskirts of Dunwich village. The town is disheveled and eerie, and you find yourself wishing you hadn't come here at all. You fall asleep on the ride over and scarcely remember anything else from that night. When you awaken, you find that Zebulon's house is abandoned. There's no sign of the elderly man or of Mr. Sawyer. Fearing the worst, you head into the village of Dunwich to investigate, hoping to find answers. Well, that seems pretty open and shut.
So we're going to the village of what?
Dunwich, right there in the middle.
We're in Dunwich?
We come from Arkham, and then the Dunwich folks don't like us.
So we're literally back to Dunwich.
Yeah, we're out in
We've returned to Dunwich from the cruise.
we're out in the sticks, as they say.
Okay.
And now, I'll have you know, if the O'Banion gang has a bone to pick with us, which they did because of our casino gambling mission, then we're now adding all of them to our deck. So we're going to see some mobsters. They followed us out here to cause
That
some
comment got
problems.
me. Did you see it yet? Oh my goodness. Gimmicker says, I'm just going to read it.
It's the face at the end of the comment that really sells it, honestly.
He says, hanging out with them one-tooth folk. I see now why Zach is wearing a Carrie Underwood shirt. That's so good. A funny story about the shirt, not necessarily a shirt, but where I got the shirt at the Carrie Underwood concert. That's a different story. But the week before, I had at the VOK Center.
It's pretty
I went
rural.
to Carrie Underwood. But the week before, I had gone to a Tool concert
Oh,
at the same venue.
I'm going to balance it out.
So I went to Tool, right? And then that's an experience.
That is the kind of thing that I would never have expected you to say, yes.
That was an experience. And then a week later, went to Carrie Underwood, and the difference between the crowds was phenomenal. It was just like it was just hilarious. I could not get over it when I was there.
Just staring and thinking. Here's our pile. Here's our pile of people that might be dead.
What?
The Hidden Chamber. The scenario includes a single-sided location, the Hidden Chamber. It's been dealt face down underneath a random location. It has a revealed side, and it has a revelation effect that puts it into play when it's drawn.
Okay.
When put into play, a single-sided location is put into play face up because it has no unrevealed side. Otherwise, it functions as a normal location in every other way. Thank you, Matt, as if we needed to know that. When the game is complete, we will go to resolutions.
Okay.
You know, standard.
So then before we do anything else, we get our opening hands, and then I'll read the act and agenda and the location and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
Okay, and here's so these are people that like Armitage is in here, Francis Morgan's in here, Earl's in here, and Whately is in here. So these are all people that have gone missing.
Noted.
And they might go missing forever if we don't act fast.
Oh yeah. Fifth card is the survival knife.
Let's drop it in. Here we go.
Upgraded survival knife.
That's awesome.
I've been waiting for this party for a long time.
So you get to keep that.
I'm gonna keep that.
Oh, the Helen Mirror is a pretty good pull.
I'm gonna actually keep it because I don't have. I get my 3. I have
You don't
stick
have
to the plan.
cross, yeah.
I stick to the plan, and one of the cards that I have on my stick to the plan is a 1 experience ever vigilant. So it lets me play 3 assets -1 in a single action. So basically, 1 cost survival knife, 1 cost mirror.
And then you can do a guard dog or a Brother Xavier.
Well, he cost me 4.
Mm.
So I'm going to lean towards guard. I feel like we're in the country.
Getting Xavier out of here.
And I actually want Xavier in the deck so that I want to keep the asset allies in the deck for my, what's that neutral card that?
Calling in favors.
Calling in favors.
That's right.
So I'm going to pitch these two, keep these three, so I know I have my assets. Now, technically, if I get my cross, I'll play it over the mirror, but I'll take the mirror.
It's about time. I mean, I feel like the mirror is just like...
Speak of the devil.
Good hand, yeah.
And
nice.
let me handle this, which would be nice to help you out if I need to.
How's the overhead look, guys? Everything look okay? You can see everything? We got brightness is correct. It's really stressful running all this stuff. We're just supposed to sit here and look pretty, but...
I know, we got away with it for 12 and a half,
work.
13 years, and then now we got to do it. What's funny, too, is that compared to like what Bryce is doing right now,
yeah,
popping the cards in, which is just the Lord's work, honestly.
We just got him set up, though, with a roll-in shot.
So you can actually
it should
see.
Be better, yeah. It should be much better.
It's helpful.
Doing it without is awful.
All right.
There's a Wither. There's a Mr. Rook. There's an emergency cache. There's a Wither. There's a Stargazing.
You know how we feel about that Stargazing.
I'm keeping the Wither because I know that there's Whippoorwills in the deck. I'm keeping Mr. Rook because, of course.
You know my survival knife is going to make me a
Wither.
Whippoorwill machine.
That's true. An emergency cache.
Good
I don't think I'm going to wait on Stargazing. I'm going to drop that one. I'm really looking for a fingerprint kit. There's a Jewel, another Stargazing, and a no stone to go find it. Okay. Ouch.
You need that backpack.
Yeah. Yeah. I would play that.
Search 12. Come on now.
I'd run it. And then I'll get the top card of my deck because I am Storm and Norman. Go ahead and regale me if you would, please.
Agenda 1. This should tell you about what we're in for. See the image on Agenda 1?
Oh, don't like that
It's called Strange Disappearances. Your welcome in Dunwich has been cold. A string of disappearances has left the already aloof townsfolk on edge. Most of them look at you with distrust, and few are willing to help you in your investigation. Who knows what will happen if you don't find the location of the missing townsfolk soon. 6 doom, and it advances. We also have Searching for Answers, Act 1A. The disappearances in town may be related to the events in Arkham. I suspect they are.
Yeah, maybe not.
You suspect that something awful is afoot. You must find where the missing townsfolk are being held in order to unveil this conspiracy. Objective: when an investigator enters the hidden chamber, advance. Is it Harry Potter themed?
Mm-hmm. Did you happen to see that guy that had edited all of the Harry Potter wands in the first movie and made them into guns?
No. That's a lot of work.
Worth your time, let me tell you.
Was it horrible or great?
Absolutely hilarious. Just think about everything that they're doing with wands, except it's just shooting guns instead. Totally different vibe.
That's funny.
Okay, what do we got on there?
Is it on YouTube or where do you get it?
I don't know. I saw it on either Reddit or some other...
The Village Commons. It's subtitled Silent Decay. Dunwich Central. It is hard to prevent the impression of a faint, malign odor.
Must be fancy.
About the village street.
Excuse me, is there a foul odor?
Pardon me, sir. Do you have any Grey Poupon?
Pardon me, gentlemen.
Anyways, about the village street as of the massed mold and decay of centuries. Flip it over. Action. Resign. This is suicide. We're better off hiding out the night. Each investigator at Village Commons cannot take draw or resource actions. 3 shroud, no clues. My favorite stat lines.
Can't draw and can't resource, eh?
But we can leave. You can check out. You just can't go.
Yeah, Josh Armitage was kidnapped. According to our Book of Secrets, he was, at least. So I assume that's true. Okay, let's flip the top card for Norm. It's Milan. My money machine. Huh. Well, that's interesting. I think I take Milan over Rook here. You want to play?
Well,
all right.
We're in it now, aren't we?
So your first turn looks like what?
Drop my 3 things, move somewhere. He's going to hunt, right? The hired gun gives each criminal hunter
person with the most resources.
So we probably want to be in a spot where he's not going to engage us unless we want him to.
Now, am I correct? This is one of those weird Arkham rules that I never know. Hunter means nearest person. Nearest investigator will get moved towards. Prey means if there are equal distances between two investigators, it breaks the tie. Is that right? I think that's right.
I think that's right.
I think that's right. Okay. So
I think
why don't you go see something, and I'll go there and investigate it.
Yeah, basically, if it's worth being there, then what I'll probably do, if no enemies pop out, like I'll move somewhere, and then I'll move somewhere else. So you can see two things.
Yeah, yeah.
So like if I move here to the schoolhouse, and then I know I can move over to the reeds, I'm not going to be next to the gun, so he'd be the hired gun, he'd be 2 stops away. And then if either of these are great for you, you can do your thing.
Okay, cool.
All right, first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to stick to the plan, of course, ever vigilant, one at a time, play up to 3 assets from my hand, reducing the resources of each by 1. We'll get that upgraded 2 experience survival knife, cost me 1. We'll also get my guard dog, cost me 2. And then I'll get a hallowed mirror, costing me 1. First time I'm playing it this campaign, I'm super excited about it. And it says, after hallowed mirror enters play, search your bounded cards for 3 copies of Soothing Melody.
You're cool. You're a cool character here. You got a survival knife, a dog, and this hallowed mirror with your soothing melodies.
Yep, I had 1 in my hand.
That's so cool.
And the 2 others get shuffled in my deck. Now, Soothing Melody is sweet. It's a 0-cost card that has 3 different icons on it, and it heals 2 damage or 2 horror from investigators and or allies at my locations, and I get to draw a card when I play it.
It's so good. It's so soothing. What card pool are we using for it? We're using the whole thing, Chris. Everything. It's all in. We're all in.
I don't know how many decks. I could look at my deck list to see, but I don't.
I get these puppies posted.
I'm curious. I think mine's up.
Oh, overachiever.
Yeah, well, I like to get things done. All right, let's move. You ready? Schoolhouse with its crumbling rooftop and rat-infested walls. This sounds like an awful place to be. This is hardly even a house, let alone a
it's worth
schoolhouse.
noting before you do that. If you go here and then move here, if this is good for me, I'll end up here and then get wrecked by this hired gun.
You can take 1-on-1, right?
But if you go here,
but I can't.
And then here, can you not do that?
Nope.
I feel like you should be able to, though.
So this connects.
Okay, so we've got a little uppy-downy situation.
This only connects back here. That's what I was saying, like the setup. Like it's like this.
I see. Because technically we must have eliminated the location that would have gone in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So we've got a rift.
So these 2 connect.
Yeah.
And then
it's a wheel like this, is it not?
this connects here, this connects here. This connects
Yeah,
only
it's a
back
total-
to here.
all
There's
of
the
these.
missing piece here.
And then this one goes here. All of them have the plus sign?
And this is only connected to these 2.
Oh, so it's out here in nowhere's land.
Yeah.
Okay, so our central block is just these 2.
Yeah.
And this goes out here, and then this goes what?
Now you see why I had it stacked
Yeah,
up?
why are they telling us to set it up like
I
this?
had it like this, where like this was on top, there, here, and here.
Yeah. No, you were right on. I blame the book.
All right, we're gonna go to the schoolhouse either way. Flipping it over, 4 shroud, 1 clue. Not even per investigator. While you're at the schoolhouse, you cannot commit skill cards to skill test. Fast action. If there are no clues here, draw the encounter card underneath schoolhouse. Limit once per game.
1 clue. Well, that's an easy clue. You got a scene of the crime in your hand. Just stick around, let that hired gun hit you.
Well, I sure don't. So we're gonna move on to the house in the reeds. Even the locals stay away from this half-sunken hovel. House in the Reeds, 1 clue per investigator, 2 shroud. This is my kind of place. While you're in the House in the Reeds, you cannot play assets. If there are no clues here, draw the encounter card underneath House on the Reeds. If I draw it, it'll be
Seems
great for
relevant
us.
to my interest there. So, can't play assets. Okay. So, my options are basically go boom, boom, play Christopher.
Yep.
Or Christopher, move, get a clue.
So I like
and then
you.
get engaged.
I like you going here
Yeah.
because once we go all the way, we don't have to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Then the mobster hired gun will move here.
Then
I'm
you
gonna
go
go
the
in and
other
I'm
way.
just gonna do my thing.
Okay. And then I'll swing by you, get the clue.
Yeah.
All right. So let's play Christopher first because a great golden rule of gaming: see your options before you commit.
Yeah, because you'll
I'll
get to
see the top card, so I know I have another wither card, completely worthless card for me, so that's worthwhile. Paying 3 for that. Thank you, Norman Withers' ability.
Eddie's saying next set of tokens should be arrows. I can see this being really handy. Yeah, so location connectors is on our short list. It'll be happening soon.
I don't have any place to play my cards.
Do you need more space? Hold on.
That's tidy. Very nice of you. See, you just gotta ask. Most people are very nice. Just gotta ask. I've known some that aren't, though.
Get over it, Wooly.
Yeah. Move. All right, we're done. Ready everything. Hunter's gonna hunt. Draw a card.
I like that subtitle, Chris. I would take it.
Gain a resource. And go into the bad cards. Gain a money, gain a card, if you would, please.
Me?
Yep.
For what?
We're done.
Oh, end of the round.
Yeah. Done? Did you get your money? You get your card?
Sleeker's Mobile
I
says...
gotta pay attention over here.
I got my money in my card. Sleeker says, if you stick with Zach's original layout, you'd have a lot more room.
Yeah, probably. You're probably exactly right,
Because
actually.
I don't read the book. I just make it practically good for me. My bad card?
Sure.
All right. Rotting Remains.
Oh, that's a classic one,
Art
actually.
is gross. Revelation test 3. For each point I fail by, I take a horror.
Hada.
I'm ahead by 1. And I have a card that heals horror, so I'm going to not care about this.
I drew my Ward of Protection.
I'm ahead by 1. Do not care. Let's look at our token bag, by the way. Blood on the Altar, -1 for each location in play with no encounter card underneath it.
Currently 0. 1. Currently 1.
The Hood is -2 if you fail, add a clue from your token pool to your location. The Tablet is -2 if you're in the hidden chamber, reveal another token. The Gas Mask is -3 if you fail, place a Doom on the current agenda.
So 3 is our glory number, basically.
I'm
Wait,
ahead-
did we ever reshuffle the bag? Back to its, where's it in Consternation Land
Didn't
still?
we? We did. We did.
Did we?
We totally did. I mean, I can show
Should we
you.
check if there's like a -4 in there? We didn't.
We
Wow,
were-
we were smart.
We were.
Smart boys.
Smart. Good boy.
Look at us
Good
go.
boys.
Nice.
That's what that reminded me of.
You guys don't know, you should, that Zach's folks have 2 dogs named Dallas and Cowboy.
They sure do.
And I love it.
Story. You can't write stories this good. All right, here we go. I'm ahead by 1. +1.
Now you're ahead by 2.
Well, Zoe doesn't like taking tests, but when she does, she passes them.
Hunted down. If there are no unengaged, no wait, we need to pay it. Hunted down would gain peril and surge.
Say that again.
So just look at his text.
Each copy of Hunted Down gains peril and surge. Okay, what's Hunted Down say?
And then word of protection is cancel the revelation effect. So I would still technically get the surge, I believe. Okay, let's find out. If there are no unengaged criminal, hunted down good surge. Okay, well it already did.
Awesome to hear, Larry. Glad you got Hulk
One
today.
or more unengaged criminal enemies in play. Each of them moves 1 location. Each criminal enemy engaged. Oh my gosh, it's perfect for you. Wait, what does that survival knife say?
When an enemy attacks you during the enemy phase.
Dang it.
What's the problem?
You can still guard dog it. So hunted down is going to say, if there are no unengaged, if there are 1 or more unengaged criminal enemies in play, like this one, each of them moves 1 location towards you. Each criminal that engages you as a result makes an immediate attack.
So if he moves here, does he have to engage you?
I think he does. It's my card, isn't it? I think so. I think so. But I could cancel it for free, is what I'm saying. May as well. To resolve the surge. I'll do that.
Nam says you won't gain surge, I don't think. Now, hold on.
I think I gain surge. Because of the hired gun. It's because of the hired gun.
So, like, would it be super helpful if I took that card?
And then you got the thing? He could engage Zach. Okay, he could engage Zach.
Oh, that's even better, because if he doesn't engage you, it doesn't surge. Or it doesn't do the second part of it. It says,
What?
each criminal enemy that engages you as a result of this effect makes an immediate attack. So if he engages me, he doesn't engage you.
No, that's not true. Also, he would have to, because it says prey most resources, and I've got the most on the hired gun. I'm going to cancel it.
All right.
Literally cost me nothing. Ooh, and another one flips up top. Put it into play in my 3rd era. I cannot play ally assets. Treat the box of each ally asset as if it were blank. At the end of my turn, test 3 to discard it. Okay. So Dr. Milan is blank right now.
Okay.
Bummer.
Now it's our turn.
Okay. Yes. Now, hold on. Fireblaze, you're saying water protection cancels the card. So give me a second to make sure that I understand this. Hired Gun says each copy of Hunted Down gains Peril and Surge. Water protection cancels the revelation effects of Hunted Down. Hunted Down still has Surge from the Hired Gun. It is not a part of its revelation effect. If that is wrong, let me know. I'm looking for you here, Chris. And now it's our turn.
All right, my plan's pretty simple. Move.
Simple man.
I'm gonna engage the boss, the Hired Gun,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will start swinging.
Yep. That's correct.
All right. Well, let's move. Zoe moves a lot. Give me that Hired Gun.
Get a money.
Cash money. And then I'll use my survival knife to swing with a 6 to his 3. I'm ahead by 3.
Easy peasy.
Magic number.
Easy peasy.
Josh says we were swinging.
That's right.
Nailed it.
Wow, just
For
barely
one.
got there. Huh?
And then we'll punch him again.
I can't play assets and my allies are blank. This is garbage.
That is garbage.
I want to play this Jewel.
Here we go. -3 again.
Nice.
And he's got 2 damage, 2 health.
Who's laughing now? And then you're going to survival knife him before he gets
That's
to
right.
go?
It's
my
so
gosh,
good.
How good is that?
We've reached, it's like that Enlightenment meme. It's like, what would be the first layer of that? The regular survival knife is the middle stage. This is the bottom stage. It's probably like baseball bat, survival knife, upgraded survival knife.
Boom. All right, my ally's blank. Printed text box is blank. Okay, so I'm just a 5 to a 2. So I'm also 3 up. Investigating. What's the skull do? It's
-1.
Okay. It's 1 clue.
I got you.
I'll go ahead and take the second one here. Just get it over with. Oh!
Auto fail. Good thing you have that third action.
Is that an action there?
It's a fast action.
+1.
Swooshed it. You got a fast action?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm going to hand it to you.
What do we got? Key to the chamber. Take control of it. Great. That seems useful.
What's it do?
I found the key. The hidden chamber is connected to. If the hidden chamber is connected to our location, attach it to the hidden chamber, and I'm going to guess that opens the hidden chamber up, right? It's like in Wolfenstein 3D when you found the key. All right, end of my turn. A 4 to a 3 on this test. 4 to a 3. Let's make it a 5 to a 3 to get rid of this unhallowed country. Boom. Milan's back. I'm back.
Look who's back.
All right, then we are done with our turn. So we go to the enemy phase and enemies attack that
By
are
the way,
engaged.
apparently us getting the key first is like super lucky.
Oh, I imagine.
Because normally you have to find the other thing. Yeah.
20% chance.
And then if you find the room first, you have to go find the key, then you have to come back to the room. It's very inefficient. What can we say? We're professionals.
We've been randomly succeeding at things for many years.
That's right. And failing at a lot of other things too. Upgraded Survival Knife 2 experience says, reaction when an enemy attacks you. So the hired gun's about to attack me. When an enemy attacks me during the enemy phase, before resolving that attack, I exhaust Survival Knife, fight. This is attack, targets the attacking enemy. You get +2 and deal +1 damage. So I'm ahead by 3.
So you're saying that you won't take any damage
If I hit.
if you hit.
That's right.
Hit.
He
It's
got hit.
-2 right now.
Thanks
That
for-
survival knife is hot business. That's
Indeed.
so much better. That's the best 2 pips in the game right there.
It's really good.
Getting the damage in before the attack rather than after, that's
more than
pips
twice
on
as
that
good,
a
yeah.
thousand times. All right, draw a card, gain a resource. Here's my quantum flux.
Bad. Oh, Dumon. Dumon.
Dumon.
Draw a card. Oh, Ben and Thug. While he's engaged with you, I can't gain resources.
Hey, that was handy. You get
He's-
money though.
he's only got 2 health, too.
Does he engage you before you're engaged? Is the act of engaging giving you money? What does she say?
After you become engaged.
Yeah, so that would his ability would be live.
He took my money
He took
from
your
me.
money. Yeah, he's not interested in your kitchen knife shenanigans.
He better be.
Dude, he's one survival knife away from destruction too. Pretty amazing. A whippoorwill, aloof, hunter, and then all your stats are bad. I've got a wither for you, buddy.
Buddy. If you let me deal with it, it's just
He can't be hurt by anything, can he? Isn't that the thing with him? Oh no, wait, he's just a normal thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the weird arcane stuff. All right, so my turn is going to be playing a card, moving to your location, getting that clue.
Let's start there.
Okay. So the card I'm going to play is the Jewel of Arolis. I can't say it the way I think I should say it because it makes me feel uncomfortable. Areolis. Excuse me. Second, oh wait, I can't do that yet. First action, move. Second action, play the jewel. And then third action, let's make a deal. Investigate. 4 Shroud. I'm currently a 6 due to Milan Christopher, my man. And
You exhaust survival knife during the enemy phase, then it readies during the upkeep phase. So I ready it, not yet, right?
it will not be ready. It is not ready.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't think, well, no. Let's see. Enemies hunt, attack, and then stand up. It will ready.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter.
I have
but-
to think about it in terms of what enemies do. Because if you exhaust an enemy, it doesn't hunt, it doesn't attack, and then it stands up. So, it'll be ready.
All right, we did it.
All right, here we go. Needing a 2 or more. What's the hood, man? -2.
Can't see it over there in the reflection.
Success. Oh, and the jewel. After a symbol is revealed, exhaust it, draw a card, or gain 2 resources.
Money seems relevant.
But I also could get into a card that I can actually play. Money's relevant. Grabbing the clue. Do you want to take the fast action now or later?
You should, yeah. May as well.
Here we go. Norman's a gambler. On Wings of Darkness. Ooh, test 4 foot. Can I cancel this with a ward of protection? Play when an investigator at any location draws a non-weakness treachery card. If they're no clear, draw the encounter card underneath. I can. If you fail, take a damage, take a horror, then disengage from each of the Nikon enemy engaged with you and move to a central location. I'm not scared about being here.
That's kind of fine, actually.
I'll do 1 and 1.
You take the test either way, right?
I will take the test, yes.
Could you pass, or is it an auto-fail?
Oh, that's right. Milan money. Thank you.
Since you Milan.
There's no way to pass this. But I could swap something to the top of my deck, I reckon. I guess that might have some amount of meaning. Okay. Wings of Darkness. I'm carried away by the Night Gaunts. I'm going to need some healing, my friend.
That's what Zoe's here for.
And then I go to the central location. Uh-oh.
Since you've been gone. All right.
Okay, well, I can resign at any time. Over to you.
It's turn time, right?
It's turn time. That was my turn. It's
Yeah.
your turn, yeah.
It's O'Bannon. O'Bannon's down. Doyle rules.
You can slap 2 on the guard dog and do 1 to him.
Nah.
Mono a mono.
I have it. It's just not worth using it yet.
What happens to the key of Norman Resigns? I think it drops at the location, honestly.
I think it'll swing at him.
Yeah, just swing twice and then move.
Unless there's a big baddie, I don't want to use mono a mono.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, swinging for 6 out of 4. I'm ahead by 2. It's fine. I'm not worried. Got him.
Nice.
Second attack. Here we go.
Using that survival knife the hard way.
Well, the trick with the survival knife is you got to use it while you got it, so that when you need it to survive, it's not real bad.
Yeah, make some cordage,
All right, here we go.
just in case things get weird.
+1.
Good bag. Good
She's
bag.
on fire.
Good bag.
And then I'll move to you.
All right.
Just trying to catch up.
You saved in action. Okay, everything readies?
You haven't gone yet.
Yeah, I did. I did the move, play the thing,
Oh,
investigate,
that's right.
and then I got whisked away.
You had a card, which is why I think you hadn't gone yet.
Whippoorwill's going to hunt over to here. I can't go to the Village Commons, right? I don't know why I'm looking under there. These things are not that thing.
Yeah.
And then we draw a card and gain a resource. There's that cash.
Hello there.
All right, Fingerprint Kit, we need you. Everything ready's. The jewel is back. I'm back. I'm getting a ton of cards. And then what do? We go to the bad things. Let's add a Doom.
Doom on. Bad cards?
Go ahead, yep.
Sorted and Silent. Revelation. Attach Sorted and Silent to your location. At the end of each round, each investigator at the attached location takes a horror. Forced when the agenda advances, discard this card.
Oh my. That's awesome. So if we can find the chamber, we can advance the agenda. Oh no, that's the agenda. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, are you serious? You can't get rid of that thing?
You just have to not end here.
Oh, it attached to the location. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were carrying that around with you.
No,
I thought
no,
it was
no.
a sword. I thought it was Sword of the Silent.
Sorted and Silent.
It's like, oh, that's awful. A mobster.
Oh yeah, we don't gain resources, by the way. No, that's skill test. We're fine.
Yeah, we're
What's this
okay
one?
there. That's the one where we can't gain money.
Can't take draw actions or
Draw or
resource
resource.
actions, but that the end of round stuff isn't the stuff.
Okay, so mobster has seen his way to me.
No. How about we do this? I'll play. Let me handle this.
Ah, there you are. What a great guardian.
I'll get a free buck. All right.
That's beautiful. That's all it does is you resolve my card for me, right?
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
I'm handling it.
That's hilariously good.
You want to just do your thing?
So I'm probably like move, hopefully 1 or 2 investigates, and then reveal that card. That's my life, I think.
Yeah. I think that's right.
Can I get here?
Yeah. No.
I can't.
This connects here. This technically is only connected here.
We're getting back to your setup. I like it a lot, actually. So this goes to here and to here. No, this only goes to here.
This goes here and here. No,
It doesn't go there at all.
like this. Let's think about this for a second.
All right, so
I'm
this
gonna
goes
do this.
here.
Because this is connected. No.
Yeah. Schoolhouse. No. You can't go from the commons to the schoolhouse. Yeah, you can.
This goes to the general store. What's this doing?
I don't know. You put it there. You just put it there. It's out there in the middle of nowhere. It's over here. It connects only to the schoolhouse, right? Yes. Schoolhouse is the only squiggly in the bottom.
Yes, but this also connects to the general store.
Okay, so back where we were.
It goes to the yellow. And then this connects to the plus sign and the yellow and the bacon. So these three.
Okay.
Then the stop sign connects and the blue triangle connects to the stop sign.
You just put it here.
But it also connects to the green thing that isn't in play.
Wait, you can get from the house to the no, yeah, you can't. Okay, so you've got to go from commons to brook to burned ruins, right?
Yeah. So this again connects here, and it connects here.
Mm-hmm.
So let's do this. Those are all connected.
Okay.
Then the bacon connects here,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Osborne.
And then that connects to this. And doesn't this connect to that? No, just that. But
Yeah, you got to get a general store there.
this goes to yellow.
That goes to the general store?
So
It
it's
does.
connected here, and it goes to yellow, and it goes to the blue down here.
Oh,
And
man.
nothing else goes to the
What
blue.
is happening? You just deciphered reality to me. Man, that's insane.
Yeah, so this connects here. And
In
here.
Yeah.
And then this is connected, and this is connected, which makes sense.
Yeah.
And this is connected. Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So I've got to go.
And this is the whippoorwill. We've already been uptown, up here.
We've been up in the
And we haven't been
doggies.
to either of these.
So I can roll here and see what's going on at the brook. Let's do that. First action. Wait, I may as well before we get ahead of ourselves. First action, I'm going to play Mr. Rook before I go to the brook. Boom, boom. Gonna come in for the old deck search magic. Okay. Did I pay for that? I don't think I did. Second action, going to the brook.
Thomas says, and we're back at Zach's setup.
One dreads to trust one dreads to trust the tenebrous tunnel of the bridge, yet there is no way to avoid it.
What's the name of this location?
Bishop's Brook. If there is an investigator at Bishop's Brook, other investigators cannot enter. Oh, you can still get to the general store. If there are no clues here, draw the encounter card underneath. It's a 2-clue scenario.
I'm thinking about going up to the... Should I stick with you? Or should I go uptown?
You can't even enter here because of the
I'm going to go
text.
uptown.
You're going to have to go uptown.
Have you done anything yet?
Last action, let me use a Mr. Rook charge here before we get ahead of ourselves. I'm going to search 6. I don't know. I feel good about 6.
Zach McGaw says, cut the last couple of minutes out of this video and make it part of the connector tokens infomercial. In quotes, does this happen to you? Do you get lost in the locations on the table?
All right, so I've got the Necronomicon, which I don't really need. I don't feel like. This shortcut is handy. Premonition's handy. Might never matter. No.
Dude, I have such a stacked hand. It makes me happy.
I'm going to take this shortcut, and then maybe I'll get like a Working the Hunch or something off the top rope.
That'd be sweet.
Let's take a look.
Yeah, Dave, we're working on them.
You could dynamite that whippoorwill. I like your style there, Fireblaze.
I could also just call in a small favor.
Yeah, Spanner, I just don't need that Necronomicon. I've got money. I've got a 6 brain, or a 6 book. Premonition on top. And then last action, well, should I just play the Wither, just in case things get weird? You're always nearby, though. That's the problem. Last action, let's just take a test. 3. Technically, Rook is sideways.
Fade says, have you been lost in a location and it wasn't your fault?
3 to 6. Here we go.
What up, Ben? We're still on Act 1A.
Got it. 1 for Dr. Christopher. And he exhausts to do that. And then gain 1 clue. Over to you, man.
All right, I'm going to deal with some peeps.
Dave, you can mention anyone you want. They make some good ones. What we've heard is that they want people want ones that are not so long and spindly, like that are way more contained, so that you can just like have a little indicator, between them, almost the size of a clue token, right? Had little arrows in one direction or another. Like you can almost imagine it. This has an arrow. Let's just make them right now. Can we? I'm just gonna do it. Is this?
You have that power.
This isn't too small, right, for a location connector. If the spots of green on this were arrows, would that be handy? You could be like, yeah, these two are connected, and then this is connected to that thing, and then this is connected to that thing. Yeah, how are the Arbitz ones? Doom token would be better? Okay, we can do that.
All right, let's do this.
They probably should be squares if they're going to be arrows. Unless we made them look like a Kamehameha fireball.
Let's do this. I'm going to play an Enchanted Blade. This is the 3 experience Enchanted Blade as well. Comes in with 3 charges. The mobster is going to get an attack of opportunity when that happens. I'm going to do damage to the guard dog. He'll trigger a fast action. We'll do a damage back.
Easy.
Second action.
Knife that.
We'll just punch.
Knife that mobster.
Yeah, +2, 6 to 2. Only one thing gets me. You know what it is?
We don't talk about it.
Lebowski knows what it is. There it is. There it is. All right, well.
Does he retaliate? He does. He's going to swing at you.
Do 1 and take him out.
You can do that as many times as you want. That's insane.
Dear Dennis.
That's so good. Those guard dogs are built for mobsters. You gonna call in favors that? Would you just do it? It would make my day.
Well, if I stay here, I take a sanity. If I move, I take a sanity. So, you know, he's gonna hunt me and do a sanity too. So I may as well move to him.
He doesn't do any sanity damage.
Oh,
No,
he's
he's
aloof.
aloof. He won't engage you at all. He's just gonna make all your stats worse.
So I think I just move to it.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to take that sanity from the Sword of Silence.
Because I'm trying to get uptown. All right, we did it. That's my turn.
Okay. Now, hunters are going to hunt. There's nothing to hunt to because you're there. We're going to draw our cards. We're going to gain our resources.
I'm a machine, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, you're churning out the sausage. The old whippoorwill mobster sausage.
Dumont.
Dumont, let's go.
Unhallowed Country. Revelation. Put Unhallowed Country into play in your threat area. I can't play ally assets. Treat the printed text box on each ally asset I control as though it were blank. At the end of my turn, test 3 brain. If I succeed, discard.
Glad you used that guard dog. Well, you had it.
Used them up.
Very nice. Uh-oh, a big thing. Help. Hunting Night Gaunt. Okay. He's on me.
I can't enter your location either.
While attempting to evade Hunting Night Gaunt, double the negative modifier on each revealed token.
Man, I could deal with him so easy. Hurts me. Actually,
I got something for you. Here's the best thing to do, ultimately. Let's think about it. I can shortcut to here. The only problem is, I may as well try to evade him. It's a 1. It's a 1. It's a 1.
1-to-1.
1-to-1. So zeros work, plus ones work, superstar works. -1 fails because of the thing on him. And then if I can't get through it, I'm going to shortcut into the general store as the last thing that I do.
And then I'm going to come deal with the
And
night
then you
guy.
can roll in, engage, and then I can go about my business. But if I can engage him, get the clue, and then move, I will do that. So let's try to evade. We're at a 1, a 2. I hate to do it, Norm. We're doing a 3.
Oh, and something's double when you were trying to run from him?
Yeah, negatives. So let's see. If I go 1, if I'm 1 ahead, I need to be 2 ahead so that the -1s are on as well. So I do a little evade stargaze here. So -1 and above is a success. Skull is a failure. Hood is a failure. But you never know. You give a shot.
+1. It's like he knew it was there. Evaded. So now you can get the clue and run.
Second action. Let's grab that clue.
Does he hunt?
He does.
Yeah, great. We'll have him
But
come
he'll be
hunt.
down for an entire turn.
Yeah, that's great.
This is an important clue because I don't want to be stuck here. So I'm going to play Premonition. Take a look at that bag. -3, good to know. I'm currently at a 6, so I don't need to worry about that. Next action, investigate. Premonition says yes.
Yeah.
Reveal here. It could be really bad for me, but
Well, we'll see.
here we are.
You have a
Strange
shortcut.
signs. Test 3 book. If you fail, add 1 clue from the token bowl to my location. That's not a big deal. I won't fail. I'm currently 3 up. Have you ever considered not failing? Oh, and I get one for Christopher, too. Don't sleep on that.
Nailed it.
A tablet. -3. Did not fail. Norman's big book
Old
is
man Withers.
unstoppable. And also, Jewel of Aureolus triggers. I'm going to draw a card with it. Ooh, Warren Rice. Well, hi there. And then for my last action, I'm going to move to the general store. No?
So we both can't be here at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So if
Should
you
we go to the ruins?
I feel like you go here and I go
Okay.
here and we have him hunt to me.
All right, let's go to the ruins. I like it.
What's it say?
It says, these are some fine ruins. Look like some nice houses. Nothing bad ever happens here. It's not reassuring to see on a closer glance that most of the houses are deserted and falling to ruin. Bird ruins. Each enemy gets +1 evade while we're here. If there are no clues here, draw the card underneath. 3 shroud, 3 clues.
You got some work to do.
This is what Norman was built to do right here.
Old Stormin' Norman. All right,
Norman
mine.
himself. All yours.
Zoe's going to the general store. She's thirsty. From the air of hushed fright at Osborne's store, they knew something hideous had happened. It's a cool-looking store. 1 clue per investigator. After you reveal Osborne's general store, gain 2 resources.
Hey!
Don't mind if I do. Fast action. If there are no clues here, draw the encounter card underneath it. It comes in with 2.
Can you get those? Let's see if the hidden chamber's here. I should be able to take a 3 swing next turn. Oh, I'm going to take a fast action while you're doing stuff. Yeah, I better not. I'll wait. Oh, my board. It's gross. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Garth. Good morning to people whose morning is currently the morning.
Let's do this. I move 1. I'm going to move in here. I'm not engaged with him if I move in there, am I?
Nope.
I'd have to spend an action to engage.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, only ready, unengaged enemies will engage you.
Because, yeah, it's 1 action less than I want.
He won't even attack you. He'll stand up and engage you, and then it'll go to your turn next time. Because it'll be after the enemy attack
He
phase.
wouldn't even attack me.
Nope.
That's kind of what I want.
Survival Knife says no.
Well, I just want it to be... I don't want to have to move to engage next turn. I have 2 actions I don't really know what to do with.
Can always draw. You can always take a shot at those clues. We've been pulling out of +1s, man. That's all I'm saying. Can't hurt.
I think the right call is move here. I ain't afraid of no ghosts.
You can come to me also. We just don't want to clog up the pipe there.
But my thing is I need to deal with him so you can go through.
Yeah, but you can do that next turn, right? You can just start the turn off, move, he'll engage you, and then I can move through however I want. But if I draw an enemy right now, it's going to get really sketchy. Because it's a plus evade down there.
It's not that sketchy.
It's not that sketchy, no, you're right.
I have things that make it not so sketchy.
All right.
So I will just...
Thanks, Jeremy.
I will just
enjoy your breakfast.
Gain a resource. I don't want to take any risk of hitting my weaknesses.
Connor's saying, if you guys do well in this campaign, would you consider increasing the difficulty? I don't know. If we're having fun, I wouldn't. But I could see going into like Circle and Done, we might try Expert. You just get to a certain point where it's not really the game that I'm looking for. Like even like Essex County, for instance, on Standard was
plenty hard
exactly
enough.
where it needed to be for me. If I want to go like bang my head against something, Marvel Champions is where I do that.
We actively do that.
I just want to actually have an enjoyable time playing Arkham. Not that I don't love Marvel, you know what I'm saying?
It's just a different experience.
It's just different. Are you done?
I'm done.
Okay.
End of my turn, I test 3 brain.
That's right.
So I'm at a 4. I really want to pass this.
Yep.
What's the magic number?
The magic number is really 3 up, but 2 up will get you through most. Actually, at this point, the skull is 1. Wait, is this actually there? So does it say with no encounter card underneath it? That's different than attached. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. The skull is now a -4. Maxed out.
Let's just
Oh, we could do hard. We should do hard.
Let's just put 1 in. So I'm at a 5.
I don't want to do hard.
5 to a 3. I'm ahead by 2.
Yeah, easy.
It's
Nailed
a 0.
It. Nicely done. Favorable bag today.
Indeed.
Favorable
we
bag.
needed something to break our way.
Favorable bag.
Should I pass that?
Everything readies?
Yep.
This engages you. You
Give
get
me
money.
that money.
And then everything else readies that would need to ready. We draw a card. Gain a resource.
And then Dumont bad cards.
Dumont.
Up to 5. Resurgent evils. Its peril. Revelation, I must either draw the top 2 cards of the encounter deck or place a doom on the current agenda. This can cause the agenda to advance.
Can I ward a peril card?
I think so. I think I'd have to decide without you.
I can't. Well, I can't contribute to skill tests with your stuff, but I could potentially ward or protection it, which is just canceling the effect of it. Which to me, I think that's really important. No, I cannot. Not even at all. I can't protect you from your own peril.
I'm gonna take 2 cards.
Yeah, you are. You're not a fool.
Servant of Many Mouths. Spawn any empty location. Retaliate after you defeat Servant of Many Mouths. Discover a clue at any location. I'm gonna go here.
Yeah.
So I can just move and deal with them.
Hunting's good later.
And then we get Kidnapped. Test for brain or foot. If I fail, add an ally asset I control to the pool of potential sacrifices. Then attach Kidnapped to the current agenda. If you have no ally assets, take 2 damage and discard Kidnapped. When attached agenda advances, choose a potential sacrifice at random and place it underneath the agenda deck.
So you're saying that
My
they're
dog.
going to kidnap your dog?
Not my dog.
What are you testing, brain or foot?
Brain.
Brain, yeah.
4 to 4. I'm
4
just
to
gonna
4.
take it.
You got it.
Yeah, they can't take Roger. That's my hypothetical dog's name.
That doesn't seem good.
A lot.
If you fail, place a doom on the current agenda. It won't advance, though. That's worth something.
So we get a Doom. Doom on.
It's free doom.
And it says attach Kidnap to the current agenda. So this
We'll
goes.
go into this stack.
And then we'll attach it to the current agenda. When the attached agenda advances, choose a potential sacrifice at random and place it underneath the agenda deck. Okay. So I assume things that go into that deck. I'm going to de-sleeve this so we don't know which one it is anymore.
There you go. So the dog could be the sacrifice, or it could be Armitage, or it could be Earl.
And whatever's under there is, the scenario's called blood at the altar, blood on the altar. So,
Well, Smart Money says the dog is probably okay. In all the.
Raj. All right, those are my 2 cards.
All right, so I get 1.
Yeah, just
the hard
casually.
way. I'm gonna ward this.
What was it?
It's peril.
As Josh says, Scooby got nabbed.
You'll never know. It's peril.
I always like Scrappy because his head was bigger than his body.
It's the same thing. It's a resurgent.
All right, well, that's not so bad. Our turn?
Yeah, it's our turn.
Well, it's time for some swinging.
Yeah, no, I can take a look. I mean, so I could do clue, take a look.
Let's start there.
See what happens.
Yeah, let's start
right?
there.
Dr. Milan. Man, I'm getting choked up by allies here.
Thomas says, what's that old country song? I lost my dog. I lost my truck.
Who could forget? I'm going to Mr. Rook for the top 3 and try to clear out Milan and not hit a weakness.
Where I come from.
Oh, it's a working a hunch. That's exactly what I wanted.
That is Bugatti.
It's going to be an easy clue right there. I did discard to my deck, Ion. Yeah, that was not intended. I see face-up cards in a stack. I think it's my discard pile.
I mean, it makes sense.
You know?
I can believe why that would happen.
Oh, and a premonition on top. Now that is a big money play right there. All right, first action, investigate. 6 to 3. I got 4. I got 4 on that skull, so that's worth thinking about. It's at least worth thinking about. It's not good enough. 4 on the skull. Here we go. It's fine. Jewel will trigger.
You get a money?
Get a money, yeah. Christopher. He used to not exhaust to do that. Can you imagine?
Just
I would
constant.
investigate 3 times to get 3 cash.
It's too good.
It's too good. Yeah. Second action.
I can't see it. Superstar? Super Steven.
What do we want to play off the top, though?
Matthew says, it's weird watching live at 1x when I'm used to catching up at 2 times speed.
+2. Clue
What is
1. So I can swap a card, and then it gets the bonus of the card I put on top, which is pretty cool. +X.
Nice.
Resource cost the top card. So then that allows me to play Working a Hunch for 1.
Swoosh. How many?
Boom.
Is that fast?
Yep.
And Stargazing.
Stargazing
now.
on top. I'll have to play that next turn. I can only play 1 off the top.
Got a fast action?
So investigate, Working a Hunch, and then let's take the fast action and see.
Chamber of Secrets?
Resurgent Evils.
Oh no.
I'm going to take those cards. Riding Remains. Test 3. Let's give myself a little, I don't know. I don't know. That's not terrible. 4 to 3. I've got Sanity to burn. It's fine. Testing 3 brain to 4 brain. Skull is -4, so it's going to be a -3 total. So 3 horror. Let's do 1. You going to play that flute or something?
Flute?
2, 3. Soothing Melody anytime soon.
That's the
Flute.
sound. That's the sound you hear when you look into my mirror.
And then the next one, Surge. Ugh.
What? Psycho Pomp Song. Surge Peril. Add Psycho Pomp Song to any investigation area forced. When you take 1 or more damage, take 2 additional damage and discard it. Okay, I see.
I've got 2. I've only got 6. I mean, come on.
I'm over here engaged with a hunting night gun. You're like, you can have this.
Come on.
You
And then we got another Servant of Many Mouths. I can put it in any empty location. It's just going to sit over there in the house.
You better hope I can deal with this thing, or it's going to be hilarious.
I got 1 action left, man. And I can't go to the brook, right?
Can't.
I can't. So, looks like it's time to play something useful. How about the Mists of Riley? Old Man Withers protecting himself.
A true team player.
A true team player. Give you a treachery card and protect me.
All right, mine?
Yes.
Let's party. I'm going to fight with my Enchanted Blade. It says you get +2 for this attack. Then it says other stuff if I succeed. So it's a 6 to a 3. Let's see if we succeed. That upgraded 3 experience. Enchanted Blade is with magic.
It's so good.
All right, let's see what we get. Superstar.
Oh, it's 2
my
damage.
Goodness. Wah, wah, wah. So here's the thing, though. If I succeed, I can spend a charge, which I will, to empower the blade, dealing +1 damage for this attack. If the blade is empowered and this attack defeats an enemy, draw a card and heal a horror. So that's not going to defeat it, but it is going to do 3 damage.
It'll do 3 damage. That's right.
So we'll do 3.
Or you could not empower it and swing with the sword again and do 2 damage and kill it, which is the right decision, is what we call that.
Well, then can I just swing with the sword and do 1?
You can, but if you want to get the trigger where you heal, you may as well empower it the next one.
Yeah,
not
that's
this
right.
one,
That's right. That's the pro play. So my superstar does +1 damage, so it'll do 2.
That's right.
You're totally correct. And then I'll attack it again with the Enchanted Blade. And assuming I hit, then I get
The air horns got the better of us. We weren't thinking.
I was very excited.
Keith McDaniel, yeah. So what that means is they must have all sold immediately. The Return to Forgotten Age.
That's crazy to think about. -3. I was 3 ahead, so I'll spend a charge. It's going to do 2 damage. It's going to defeat the enemy. When it defeats, I get a heal, and I get to draw a card. Oof. Draw a card and heal a horror. Oh, no.
Oh, horror. Dang it.
That's fine. But I still get to draw a card.
Yeah, you get a free card. I'll take a free card. Yeah, sorry about that, Keith. Let me make sure that's true.
You checking?
Yeah.
All right, so I took 2 actions, and then now I am going to move here, because this is where it's all going to come down to, and you need to be able to get to me. And that'll be the end of my turn.
Where is Return to Forgotten Age? Oh, there it is. Yeah, they're gone. They're gone. Not a terrible problem, I guess. So we'll get more when we can.
Yeah, sign up for that wait list and sign up for a subscription. That's the #1 way to just automatically get all this stuff. We're about to start a new cycle, the Innsmouth cycle, the deluxe and all the packs. So I signed up because I'm now actually playing Arkham. It's a great time to sign up. So if you're unfamiliar, you can just sign up, and everything that comes out for Arkham will automatically come your way. And you choose by product type. So there's a pack subscription, a deluxe subscription, a scenario subscription, etc.
Andrew, that's a bummer. You got a USPS delayed till Monday.
Hey, a lot of times,
It's
by the
been
way,
wonky.
I've seen a lot of people saying tracking says Monday, and then it shows up on Friday or Saturday. Like someone on the stream earlier was saying, I see it all the time.
That would be lucky.
It's like people will be like, I got my stuff, and someone else will be like, my tracking says Monday, and then later they come back and say, actually, it showed up.
Good. You're good. Okay, maybe they're giving themselves some breathing room.
Vindicator, you're right. This is sponsored by Nalgene. We need to mention that. Just got there. It is, Nalgene.
Sponsored by Nalgene.
It's
Bottles taller than your head. They come in.
Is that the size you ordered?
Yeah, you can see. That's where I specified it. I said, well, my head is about. Can I get a little on top?
Full disclosure, we're not actually sponsored by Nalgene. But if you work in Nalgene, hit us up.
Hit us up.
Cuddly Zombie says, yeah, my tracking said Monday, and then it showed up today. Thomas says, me too. See?
All right, Andrew, maybe it'll happen. Hey, we're rooting for you. We're rooting for you. All right, everything's readied.
Yep.
Draw a card, gain a resource. Nothing needs to hunt. Yeah, Whippoorwill needs to hunt right to you. You like having -1 to all your stats?
Oh, dude, it's so good.
Hey, kid.
Dude, it's so good.
So good.
I'm about to clean those clues up.
Ooh, really?
Yeah.
Ooh, Scene to the Crime with Whippoorwill?
Yeah.
Ooh. Yikes. Okay,
Here
so I
we
got to
go.
give the key to you. Let's advance that agenda and see what
All right.
unbad things happen.
Doom on. So we pick one of these at random because Kidnap's going to resolve. When attached to agenda advances, choose a potential sacrifice at random and place it underneath the agenda decks. I don't think we get a no.
No, we don't get to know.
Just grab one of these, but not my dog.
Not the dog? You think it's removed from your deck forever?
I hope not.
That would be hilarious.
So just
I
put
would
that
love
under
it if
here.
Arkham had the
This goes
cojones
away.
to do that. And then Kidnap goes away, right? Or does it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's attached, so it goes away. Agenda 1A backside says, First Blood. Whippoorwills gather along the gambrel roofs of Dunwich and begin to shriek in jubilation. The people of Dunwich believe that the presence of whippoorwills foreshadows someone's imminent death. Do they long for your death, or is the victim someone else? If there are 3 or more potential sacrifices, choose one of them at random and place it underneath the agenda deck without looking at it.
2 down.
Agenda 2A, the old one's hunger. As the sun sets, the frightened townsfolk retreat into their homes and lock their doors. It's clear to you that many of them know more than they are letting on. A sickening feeling turns over in your stomach as the village's true nature becomes clear.
Okay, checking in here. Saw some great stuff. Gavin here wanted to stop by, say thanks, watch a few of your Arkham VODs. Literally only need the Carcosa Mythos packs and Forgotten Age expansion. I'll be current. Amazing, Gavin. That's an incredible achievement. If I were to try to go out and do that right now, I would not be successful. And I'm on the inside. Those products are very hard to find. Chris saying Return of Forgotten Age came today too, unpacked and sitting with my other Return 2 boxes. I'll bet
Nice.
that feels good. Garth has loved this scenario, the unfolding realization that previous campaign failures are about to be paid for. Slow car crash, etc. John the Bard, what's happening? Sup, dudes? Cracking a cold one and chilling with y'all to start the weekend.
That's
also, burrito. You're talking like a cold coffee or like a nice glass of water?
I'm going to assume beer.
Coors Light, Bud Light, Domestic,
Kurs?
Michelob, Stella, Carmelite, West Vletrin. What's that one with the oranges? Blue Moon. Some Mexican lagers, maybe? A Dos Equis? Guinness.
Dos Equis. Dude,
Guinness
a cold
good
beer
guess.
sounds great right now.
It does. Guinness.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, we did kill 2. Yeah, they're gone.
There you go.
IPA. All right, John. A good San Francisco IPA. What do you got? A Colorado IPA? Would you say it's on the fruity side? More on the extra bitter side there? You say it's made with grain?
IPA. Thomas says rip.
I didn't draw my card or gain my resource.
I did.
I'm going to do that now.
You have a lot of clues over there.
Oof. Working a hunch on top.
Bad cards?
Bad cards.
We did Doom on. Sorted and silent. Attached to your location at the end of each round. Each investigator.
Test to your location? This one?
Yeah. Did you discard the other one?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
So if we end in this last location that we have to be in, then we take a sanity.
That won't happen. Eddie Coulter saying, kicking back with some watermelon moonshine and Doritos. Eddie, I feel like I know a few of my friends who are at least on that note similar to you right about this moment. Congrats. You can get a good moonshine. Don't let anybody tell you you can't. You can get good
I've
moonshine.
had good moonshine.
I've had some that I thought may have made me blind. Okay, so you're going to scene of the crime this. And I've got the key.
Literally, the place we're looking for is the scene of the crime. I mean, come
so
on
good.
now.
So I need to be here so that whenever you reveal this, the key immediately attaches. And you can leave, and then I can shortcut you after
it
we
would make
attach.
more sense if I dealt with stuff first.
Let's go first. Let's go you
okay,
first, yeah.
You get your bad card still.
Oh, right. Okay, sorry, I was strategizing. Oh, it's O'Banion's Thug. Luckily, I got those mists out.
Yeah, that's right. Run for the hills. Okay, I'm just going to start. You ready for this?
Yeah, go for it.
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to play Scene of the Crime. Cost me 2. Play only as my first action to discover 1 clue at my location. 2 instead if there's an enemy at my location. Thanks for the whippoorwill. Doesn't provoke attack opportunity, so I'll get my first 2 clues of the game. Zoe getting on the buckets board here. And we'll reveal this. Hope we did the setup right.
We know what it is.
Uh-oh. Just kidding. Hidden Chamber. It's got that tan circle on it too, so I assume it's the new one. Prison of the Beast. 3 shroud, 0 clues. Revelation. Put the Hidden Chamber into play. Hidden Chamber and the location from which it was drawn are connected to one another. The door to the Hidden Chamber is locked. You cannot enter the Hidden Chamber unless the key to the chamber is attached to the Hidden Chamber. Victory 2.
I'm just going to slide all this nonsense over.
Yeah, and I'm just going to deal with the whippoorwill. So I took 1 action. And then I think I just get ready.
So I'm going to do miss, move here. Second action here, attach. Third action, shortcut you, and then move me.
Perfect. I'm going to do a small favor. Cost me 2. Says deal 1 damage to a non-elite enemy at my location. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of the whippoorwill.
Nice. You just call the hit in on the whippoorwill?
That's right. Show enough, homie. Then I'm going to go ahead and draw a card. I should have done that first, but it's fine.
Ah, Netrunner player, huh?
Yep.
So you're exhausted then?
I did that a lot in Netrunner.
Okay, so let's go miss, and because this is important to me, I'm going to go ahead and premonition before I do this to make sure that it actually is going to hit.
Yeah, you do not want to miss on this.
That's actually relevant. So it's a -3, and this says each enemy in the burn runes gets +1 evade, so it's a 4 evade to my bajillion. So I'm going to go ahead and miss it. I think I'm testing like an 8.
7? Use your brain. Right?
Yes, so it's brain +3. So testing a 7, -3 goes down 6, 5, 4, which is greater than his 3, courtesy of the burned ruins.
So he's evaded down in the burned ruins. You
He's
burned
down
him.
in the burned ruins. -3 doesn't trigger the bad thing on miss, and I get 1 move because that card is so good. Second action, let's move here. I have an idea. The key to the chamber. Attach it. The hidden chamber is attached to the... Okay, so we did it. So
Send me into the chamber, dude.
Fast action, shortcut Zoe in.
How did Norman even know that was there? I'm starting to suspect you.
Third action, moving in. Wait, do we get to... Oh, wait, we got to advance that. The moment you move in
When
there.
an investigator...
I should just throw you in there to advance the act.
Searching for answers, 1A objective. When an investigator enters the hidden chamber, advance. What was hidden? You find your way into the hidden chamber when you believe the missing folk are being held, but the horrors that confront you there fray the edges of your sanity. Bound by chains in a secluded corner of the room is an unspeakable creature with the face of a man. It wheezes and wrestles to free itself as it notices your entrance. The many mouths covering the creature's body are covered in blood and gristles of meat, as though it were feeding recently. With a hideous croak, the creature speaks with 7 mouths. Then it lurches forward as though to grab you, and several of its chains snap. Reveal each unrevealed location. Move all clues in play, including on each investigator, to the hidden chamber.
Oh my! What game?
Yep. Spawn the set-aside Silas Bishop enemy in the hidden chamber.
Oh my gosh! Seriously?
It's probably good that
Maybe.
you sent me down there. You don't
I guess no matter
you
what.
want no business.
No matter what, all those clues are there. Silas Bishop.
Does he engage with me?
No, he's massive.
Oh my god. Okay. It says objective if Silas Bishop is defeated, resolution 1. If there are no clues in the hidden chamber, advance. So we either advance with getting all the clues, or if we defeat Silas Bishop.
Is there a way to do both at the same time? Because that would get us victory 4.
Well, you can...
Is there anything that, like, get a clue, do a damage kind of thing?
After I defeat an enemy, I can discover 1 clue.
Investigate.
Evidence.
Yeah.
Fast. After.
Do you have it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
we have a plan. This is a great dynamite opportunity. What's your dynamite? What does that do? 3?
Yeah, but it's 3 to everything in the room.
Even if evidence doesn't do that, I feel like it should. Because, like, after you kill, technically... So let's say this. The advancing of the act would be after you defeat. Investigate would be after you defeat. We choose the order of triggers, right?
Yeah. I think it works.
Okay.
So 12 damage and 10 clues later, we get 4 experience.
This shouldn't be a problem. Well, I'm not going to end up in there because I don't want to get hit.
If you stay here, you're going to take sanity too. But you also need to be cluing us. You need your fingerprint kit. Where's your fingerprint kit?
It hasn't been drawn yet.
But where is it at?
If you can believe it. So let's see. Miss, move. So I got 1 action left, huh?
12 health on this bad boy?
Can you start working on this thing?
I mean...
Now, I actually will be able to send him sideways with evade. He's got a 7.
That's what we need.
But I can't get in there and do it.
I think you stay put for this round, take a sanity.
Unless I draw my other shortcut. I could take a swing with Rook and see if I can grab a shortcut and then do... Oh, Miss is already exhausted. Oh, it doesn't exhaust.
That's the play.
We need to get in there.
You're going to get in there,
Yeah,
and then you're just going to keep him down while I'm punching on him.
That's
and
right.
You're
not wrong. I can also play a Wither and start working away as well. All right, Rook, let's go. Now, I'm definitely going to draw a weakness, so just be okay with that. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
No weakness.
Okay, we did get a weakness. The Vengeful Hound.
Dude, this thing looks gross.
I hate this card. All right, so now we've got enemies in different area codes. But we will get the fingerprint kit. I think that's the right way to go. Okay. And then I've got a Vengeful Hound that I'm dealing with. I guess I have to evade it. Oh, and Silas does not do attacks of opportunity. Oh yeah, that is worth noting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he's chained up.
So Mr. Rook is going to take this Vengeful Hound swing. I'm not gonna worry about it. So for my last action, I'm going to play the fingerprint kit. And you're gonna take a punch. You okay with that?
Yep.
You got a survival knife.
That's right.
All right, fingerprint kit it is, and I can't do this because Vengeful Hound is engaged with me. All right, over to the stuff. We got enemies.
Well, end of the round, you take a sanity for that.
Right. Ah, 5 out of 8's not bad, right?
About to be 6 for that enemy.
I'm going to take that to Rook.
Okay.
Rook will take the swing from the doggy.
I'm taking the big swing.
Yeah.
Survival knife. Actually, before this happens, I survival knife. Not that it much matters. What's his? He's a 3?
Don't forget the Psycho song. You're going to take 4. I don't know what to tell you, man. You're supposed to have an ally out. The whole plan.
It's fine. Survival knife. Here we go. 6 to 3. 6 to 3. 6 to 3. -2.
Yeah, you got it.
Succeeded. Hits for 2 for free. And then I will take 4. But it gets discarded, so that's something.
I love it. Let's have a race. Let's see who's more effective. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
And then Bannon stands up, hangs out.
You get a bad card.
In the ruins. We all get bad cards. We haven't done any of the bad stuff yet. Draw a card. Gain a resource. And then 1 doom on, right?
Yep. Eager for death. Test 2 brain. Increase the skill's difficulty by 1 for each damage on you. If 5, so it's a 7.
2
if
horror.
I fail, take 2 horror.
No, this is not good.
I have things.
This one really went down the old
right.
septic tank.
So 7 to 4.
Remember when you were playing Surviving, you had like Lucky and stuff? Wasn't that cool? Those were good times.
Here we go. Down by 3. I fail. Take 2 horror.
You're devastatingly close to death.
I'm not gonna die.
Okay. Well, that settles it. Eager for death.
That's what I
we're
just
both
had.
eager for death. So test 4. I can't. I'm gonna go. Ugh. I can't fail this. I'm not gonna have time to stargaze, I don't think. All right, here we go. You know what? No, I've got to go +2. Four plus 2 is 6. Minus 4 or minus 3 is 3, which means I'm taking 2 horror.
Sweet.
What's the shroud on this puppy? 3? Mm-hmm. 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 Okay, that's fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I don't think there's anything that's direct. Do you have any of those soothing melodies coming up?
I have one.
Someone's
gonna get it. But you're gonna exhaust him, and we're gonna be fine.
Just got to test against that 7.
7. I believe in you.
All right.
Don't you believe in you?
I don't know.
All right. Is that the end of the round?
That's the end of the round. I mean, the start of our round, if that's what you mean, yes.
10 health. Let me think about this.
Now I've got this hound.
Do you need me to deal with him?
No, the hound I can just evade. I'm going to evade the hound and end up in the chamber. Then I'm going to investigate with the kit. And then I'm probably going to play Professor Warren Rice.
So you're not evading him? The big guy this turn?
I will be evading him, yes. That's what I meant by play Professor Rice.
That sounds about right.
I just don't have a smoke screen if things go wrong at that point.
Well, how about you go first so that I can see the melody if it goes wrong?
Okay. So let's do miss on the hound. Currently a 7 to a 3. Success. Hound. And doesn't even hunt. Wow.
Yeah, he's just a
Sweetness is
lame
hilarious.
ass.
Okay. Here we are. Look at us go. Now let's make some decisions. All right, so I've got 2 actions left. So I could do Cash Rice, which gives me an extra 2 health and 3 sanity. But then we don't evade the thing. We need to evade the thing.
Because it stops the attack against you as well.
Yeah. And so that would be a 7. I can try it twice. 7 on 7.
You want some help?
How much you got there? You got brain stuff?
Is it a brain test?
Mm-hmm. You probably don't, do you?
Not
Not much for the brain.
I could do 2. No, I can only do one card. I can do one.
Okay. Well, I'll contribute one. If you want to contribute one, we'll be 2 up.
Let's do it.
It's about as good as we can ask for. Oh, I get to see this now, too. That's actually relevant.
I can't see it.
It's a -3, which there seems to be a tremendous amount of.
So we failed it.
We failed it.
Okay.
And we have one more test. I can try to evade again.
I don't think that's a good test.
It's not a good test. But it is the only test. Because otherwise I just die.
I think you start getting clues.
So if I'm in the same room as him, he'll do 2 and 2 against me. He's massive.
I'm going to heal you too.
2 sanity?
Whichever your flavor.
Or we can just go on the kill the monster plan. I can play a wither or something and get to work.
That's fair.
Because I don't think we're gonna double. I don't think that's gonna work. We're too hurt at this point.
Then wither. Well, so I'm probably going to hit for 4 here, which is gonna be he's at 6, and then
yeah. What's your turn look like? How long?
well, if I'm healing you, I'm hitting for 4, so he's gonna go up to 6. Then he's down to 6. I have a dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
So like next round to me, it's like we just need to do 3 damage and get out of that room. You don't even have to leave the room because if you have enough health, you won't have enough health. He'll punch you though.
What do we have to do to him?
12.
12. So we need to do 10 more damage.
So like I'm pretty consistently gonna do 4 here, and if I miss, it's just gonna miss, and I won't use a token.
Mm-hmm.
So I hit for 4 this turn. He's at 6,
Mm-hmm.
and then he only has 6 left. We know I have dynamite.
Mm-hmm.
So then next turn we need to do 3.
Okay, so you could do 2 dynamite, and we could be done with it.
Well, this will be out of 2s at that point.
Mm-hmm.
So I have an emergency cash.
You will knife again, too.
Well, I won't knife because I have to evade his attack because I have a cancel an attack, because if not, it's going to kill me here.
Mm.
So if I heal you, I have to also...
Mm. Can you dodge an attack against me?
I don't think so. I can.
Okay.
I can cancel both attacks this round.
Both?
Both.
You got 2 dodges.
Yeah, I got 2 dodges.
Double dodge.
Double dodge.
there. Well, if you got double dodge, why did we try to evade him?
I didn't realize I could do that. So I think I try to take literally up to 3 swings with a blade at him.
Yeah.
Swing, swing, swing.
Swing,
so
swing,
then
swing.
we need the next round. We'd only need 2 damage.
It's a classic.
So then ideally, if you see, I would play something that you could do 2 damage if you have it.
No, I don't have anything like that. But I do have a card that would allow me to do 1 damage over any number of times.
Like 1/1 move.
Yeah, I
could do 1
a
and
bunch.
move
Yeah,
and
yeah.
throw the dynamite.
Yeah. Yep. So then last action, I think I'm just going to have to get money because I don't have any cash. I could almost play Mr. Rook for 2, but I don't have that money either. If I could have investigated, that would have worked. Rice, cash. So let's see what this would be. Fingerprint kit, and kit, clue, kit, clue. So yeah, so we're 2 away from, we're actually 3 away from that. So that's a no-brainer.
3 turns?
Yeah, 3
That's too
turns.
far.
Do that. So then I guess last action, I'm going to gain money.
Steven is on the hidden chamber for people asking.
Yeah. So I'm going to gain some cash. So then if things go weird, I can play Rice and Wither next turn, and we can get there.
All right, mine?
Yeah.
I'm going to try swinging the blade. I'm a 6 to a 3. I'm ahead by 3. Got it. Spend a charge, make it 2 damage.
Boom. Draw a card. Oh, you don't get to draw a card. Dang.
Swing again. +2. Got the +1. We'll use a charge, do 2 damage.
Are you healing? So we also got to look at were there any encounter cards that would kill us? Like Eager for Death, for instance, would kill me. But we got 2 of those, so there's probably not more, right? Right? Right?
I hope not.
Sorted and Silent, we don't want that to be attached. Test 3, Rotting Remains would kill me, potentially.
What would kill you? What does it do?
Anything that would just do sanity damage.
We have 1 backup here, right?
I'm at 7 of 8. So anything that would do 2, potentially do 2 or more.
So should I just go ahead and heal you for 2?
I would.
Let's Soothing Melody for 2. I should have done that first. So let me draw a card. That's going to be good for us.
It was not a weakness, huh?
Nope, it's not. And then we'll go to the end of the round.
Taking care of friends.
He'll try to attack us. I'll double dodge.
Double dodge.
Double dodge, dare you. And
Oh,
then,
you also died at 2 horror, too.
Yep. We should heal me.
Okay, yeah, because then you can at least slay the thing as I fall into the grave.
If you go away, then... And I have a way to take your card for you.
Okay.
So, like, healing me is the safest play.
All right, let's heal you.
All right, Doomon.
Doomon.
And then...
Oh, wait, draw a card, gain a resource. You do all that stuff?
Yes. Servant of Many Mouths. Any empty location. This one.
Oof. This is the one I didn't want to see. Lose on ties? Gross.
That's for you.
Strange Signs. Add clues. That doesn't matter. But I'll test it. Maybe I'll get a... Superstar. Maybe I will.
You did?
I did.
What does that do?
Really nothing. So this, I have to draw this, right? Yeah, so that's my draw for the turn, which is a bummer.
Spanner, I don't know how you're saying use the survival knife to cancel the attack.
Can't do it. Can you use the survival knife and then still dodge it?
I don't think so. I'm gonna assume that's not that good.
What does it say? What does dodge say?
When an enemy attacks you during the enemy phase, before resolving the attack, exhaust survival knife, fight.
And what does dodge say?
Fast, play when an enemy attacks and investigate your location, cancel the attack. That's before attack. That's when
I don't
he's
know,
attacking.
before the attack and then dodges the attack. Huh.
I don't think so.
That would be awesome.
My
Wouldn't that be
heart,
awesome?
my heart says no.
Wouldn't that be awesome?
It would be so good.
Take this survival knife and then dodge the attack, but that feels like the way.
If they say I can do it later, we'll figure that out. But we'll assume we can't for now.
Incredible.
All right, we did our bad cards. We're back around to the turn.
We're back on it.
So I need you to go first.
Mm-hmm. Well, now we kind of want to get rid of this tie thing.
Is it investigate your location?
Yeah.
Well, can you do...
How much you need? I can do 3.
You can do 3. Can you do 3 and be out of the room?
I can't do 3 and be out of the room, no?
You can be in the room, though.
I can be in the room.
Can you do 3?
Blow me away. If you dynamite me, though, would I take a physical trauma before
No, you have 4 left.
I do have 4 left, that's right.
So the dynamite wouldn't get you.
It wouldn't get me. All right, let's try mind over matter here. So, I'm using my book stat in place of my fist stat. What's his fight stat? 3? All right, Silas.
Sleeker says that I can survival knife.
You can survival knife before? Uh-oh, no.
Is it?
Oh, look, it's like an updated errata or something. The timing change allows you to counterattack and then respond with other effects like dodge.
Because the original survival knife was a reaction. This is a preemptive action.
Oh my. Give it a, yeah, go. Yeah, says you can.
All right, here we go. Why not? 6 to 3. How about 2 free damage? Zoe getting it done.
That's hilarious.
Got a +1.
Oh my
Hit for
gosh. Let's just assume it works. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
2. I need you to do 1 damage.
All right, mind over matter. Testing a 6. Knife and dodge. Yes. Yeah, that's right. Stonks are up.
Knife and dodge is crazy towns.
6 to 3. First test. Hoodman says yes. Jewel gets to trigger.
Connor says the stock and survival knife just went up.
Draw that wither back.
It's a buy. Buy, 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 buy.
1 damage.
You contributed.
Second action. Let's do it again. You know what I mean?
Why not?
Why not? Now, is there anything else productive we could do? Delve or anything? You got delve?
No. I'm just going to move out until the dynamite. We're going to get out of here.
Tell you what I could do is move out and punch that hound.
Does he mess with you at all?
No. He'll engage me, just as a matter of principle. Yeah, let's move out, and then there's nothing here that matters, right? 1 doom, add a clue, no.
He's aloof?
No, he's not. He's a normal hound. Can you clear out the library? Where's the library? What's the library? No, I don't think so.
There is no library.
There's no library. Now, the hidden chamber, I mean, if we could... You still have that investigate, right? Hold on. I'm just asking questions.
There's no way, dude.
I could get 4, then the turn ends. Then I could get 2, 3, 4.
But you can't survive.
You don't have a scene of the crime or anything?
No.
Okay. Fine.
What library are you talking about?
It's probably in the hidden chamber. There's like a library in there.
Mm.
I'll just move here and then, sure, we'll punch the dog. Punched him. Consider it punched.
All right. You ready to end this with a bang?
Let's go.
Zoe's going to hop out to the general store, and from my stick to the plan, we planned it all along.
It was always here.
I'm
what else
going
is on there?
Emergency cash.
Oh,
so
right.
I could load up my blade if I wanted it.
I don't think so. It's only supplies.
Oh, okay.
It's just money for you.
Dynamite blast. Cost me 5. Choose either your location or connecting location. Deal 3 damage to each enemy and each investigator at the chosen location. Boom. Silas.
See you later,
goes
Silas. Is that what advances
kablamo.
it, right? Yeah. If Silas is defeated, yeah.
Yeah. So we score 2 points and we go to the resolution.
Only 2 for that whole thing. 2 experience. What a waste of time. Despite the danger, you brave the beast's horrifying presence and investigate further before killing it. What you find confirms your worst suspicions. Several journal entries written by a Seth Bishop describe the process of feeding the creature in horrifying detail. Tomatoes at first, then small game, then cattle, and then finally human sacrifices. But the most disturbing part is that Seth calls the creature by the name Silas. Oh man, look at this opportunity we had. If the Necronomicon is in play, we get a different resolution.
Oh, wait. No. If Silas Bishop is defeated, we get resolution.
Oh, just
1.
go right to
We
1.
don't even go to the back.
Man.
Whatever just happened.
I would have loved it. So next time we come through this, we'll have to play the Necronomicon and get the clues.
And get the clues, yeah.
That's right. All right, resolution 1. Here we go.
We'll have to be investigators and not assassins.
You're just running the show here.
I mean, you went and got all the clues.
Yeah.
I was just cleaning the house as you were going.
Guardians are always just more impressive. Resolution 1. As you land the finishing blow, as in as the dynamite explodes.
I was going to say, the way you read it, it was like, we didn't kill the thing. It's like, that seems weird.
Oh yeah, I guess
The
that
first
would
one?
make
Yeah.
sense. Yeah, I was just curious how that creature got made. It's like looking in the sausage factory. As you land the finishing blow, the creature's body explodes into hundreds of squirming, rope-like appendages. That's very thematic, considering the end of this. Wriggling across the ground and climbing up the walls, you're so startled that you aren't fast enough to prevent them from escaping the room. Well, even so, whatever that creature was, you're glad it's now dead. In your campaign log, record that we put Silas Bishop out of his misery. Under Sacrifice to Yog Sothoth, record the names of each unique card that is underneath the agenda deck.
Oh, good thing a guard dog was one of those cards. If it is a guard dog. Oh, guard dog. And Earl Sawyer. So guard dog's not unique.
Yes. Each of those cards are removed from all players' decks and can no longer be included in any player's deck for the remainder of the campaign.
Is it just this card or both guard dogs?
Just that card.
I lose a guard dog?
You lose a guard dog. It's gone forever. Sorry. And then we need to write that Earl died.
Earl Sawyer. Smarter than he lets on.
Okay, and then
Apparently not too smart.
if an investigator with the Necronomicon was defeated, nope, it didn't happen. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X. Each investigator earns 2 bonus experience for gaining insight into the hidden
Josh
world
says
of
you
the
shouldn't be
mythos.
reading.
Yeah, not unique. Maybe not.
I think they're catching up on the previous thing.
Okay.
So
It says record the names of each unique card that is underneath the agenda deck. Each of those cards are removed from all players' decks and can no longer be included. All right, you get your guard dog back.
oh,
We found the dog. We found the dog.
I was nervous.
I thought those cards was anyone that was underneath, not the uniques only. Okay, cool. And we got an extra 2 bonus, so we get 4 experience total.
All right, great. So I'm going to look at my deck in a second and upgrade before we get out of here.
Proceed to page 80, which I will do.
We do that
The
right now?
Survivors. Oh, it's an interlude.
Hit me
Hold
with
on.
the interlude.
Okay, hold on. We gotta let's clean the log up here. Hold that, please. Thank you. Pen.
Yep,
Always
it's
come
gone.
prepared here. I'll give you a full screen on the folks here too.
It's us. We made it.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long 20 weeks. This is the end of week 20.
Woo.
So when this thing started, we kicked it off with a week of Arkham when isolation hit. Steve and I had been together all the week before, leading up to this on a trip to Gamma. So we decided to keep. There it is. There's you're really an Oklahoman.
Wore those.
And I got my Carrie Underwood shirt on.
I don't
We're
have
doing
any
it.
Shoes on right now because.
But so we started streaming, and that first week we were streaming, and that first week we had been planning on doing a one-off Arkham series, and that was the going through the Forgotten Age cycle.
We had a whole marketing thing planned.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna like, man, Arkham needs some love. Let's go.
Yeah, and so we were going to do one cycle every Monday, just like we kind of do the Freaky Fridays now. And so we had everything ready for that. All the assets to pop up, all the cards to do our thing, etc. And so we started there, and we did a whole week of it, and people loved it, and we had a great time. And so we just kept going with Freaky Fridays. But that was 20 weeks ago. That's almost a half of a year.
Yeah, guys, this is insane. You can't even imagine that this was on the vision board for 2020.
It was not on my bingo card, that's what I'll say.
I'm glad we're here, though. This has been just amazing.
It really has.
This is just a new form of our business, honestly.
We have evolved. We've phoenixed into
Adapt,
something
survive,
else.
sacrificed.
It's crazy.
Was just Earl, right? Yeah. So there's hope yet for the others. And then +4 XP. Yeah, Zach, that was a hilarious joke about the library that I'm now appreciating. The library on the Constellation. You remember the 5 experience one that we couldn't get?
Yeah.
Back when I had hair, that's right.
I was actually, Serena saw a video, my wife, pop up of us, and she was like, oh, Steven shaved his head. I was like, that was a while ago.
Yeah, it feels like forever.
And she was like, really? And then I was like, let me just look at our videos and see when it happened. So then I went and I found it. It was like a month ago. And she was like, yep, he was getting shaggy.
Yeah. All right, let's look at the survivors here, huh? Inside the chamber that contained the terrible beast, you somehow find the missing townsfolk and the others from Arkham. They're bound and shackled. You also find several documents, somehow, that suggest the creature you found isn't the only one of its kind in Dunwich. The dynamite was very selective in what it destroyed, I can tell you. Maybe you put it down like the creature's...
right into his gullet. Yeah.
You free the creature's victims from their bonds, and they offer you their things. You begin to plan your next move. For each of the following 5 characters who are not listed, read their passage. Oh, we get a lot of passages, man. Okay, so...
I can tell you who they are. Zebulon Whately,
Dr.
Francis Morgan, and Dr. Henry Armitage.
And then we also Warren Rice, because we have that in the deck.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. So, Henry Armitage was not sacrificed and says the following. It is far worse than we had thought, Dr. Armitage says, pale and trembling. Wilbur Whately was only the beginning. There were more, many more in Dunwich who knew of the great old ones and who desired power and knowledge above all else. The earth be damned. I knew I should have burned that wretch's journal, but thanks to its contents, I know how we can stop them. We are the only ones who can. Now quickly, help me with the solution. The powder is the key, yes. The powder is the only way. In your campaign log, record that Dr. Henry Armitage survived the Dunwich legacy. Okay, doing that now. Armitage survived. If the Dr. Henry Armitage card is not already in a deck, one may choose to add it. It does not count towards deck size.
I got him right here.
What's he up to?
He's a 2/2/2. After you draw a card, discard that card and exhaust Armitage to gain 3 resources.
That's incredible. I don't want that. You want it?
I don't know.
Let's just put it in the middle.
I'll think about it.
Sort it
Yeah.
out. If the powder of Ibn Ghazi is not already in an investigator's deck, you may add it. The powder of Ibn Ghazi says it enters play with X clues, where X is the number of characters who survived the Dunwich legacy. Move 1 clue from powder of Ibn Ghazi to an exhausted brood of Yog-Sothoth at your location. So it seems like it's how we're going to defeat the old ones later on in the campaign. I'm happy to take that if you want. That's fine enough to cast off the top of my deck. Okay, so there's Armitage. Thanks very much.
Okay.
Warren Rice was also not killed, right? He's in my deck.
Yep.
Professor Rice adjusts his glasses and studies the documents and arcane manuscripts left in the chamber. I thought this nightmare was over and done with, he sighs, but we have a duty to see this through. We have to stop these creatures or it won't be just Dunwich in trouble. The powder Mr. Armitage created to set these creatures, or to see these creatures, will be our saving grace. He explains and sets off to the task of recreating the powder. So so I feel like you probably need the powder now. Because they're going to illuminate the creatures for you to slash. But I don't know. In your campaign log, record that Professor Warren Rice survived. Rice survived. Let me tell you, that was not the case with my Chipotle meal.
The rice be gone.
Rice was gone in an instant. We can add Warren Rice. He's currently in my deck. I'd probably leave him there. If the powder is not already in there, so another powder opportunity there.
Okay.
Dr. Francis Morgan, still alive, yeah?
Yep.
Thank you for everything you've done, Dr. Morgan says, taking count of your provisions and ammunition. Last time, we needed some of that strange powder Armitage concocted to even see the beast that terrorized Dunwich. If there's more of those things out there, we're going to need that powder. I think I remember how he made it. Guys, we get it. We've already talked to you all about the powder.
Morgan's definitely built for me.
We don't need more powder. We need you to give us something better.
Does someone get to play Morgan?
Yep.
He gives +1 strength and reaction after you defeat an enemy. Exhaust him to draw a card.
Yeah, great. Great little combo with Armitage, too.
He's got 4 health.
So if you defeat an enemy, you draw a card with Morgan, then you get 3 resources with Armitage.
Mm-hmm.
Whew. That's cool. And then Zebulon Whately was not sacrificed, right? Dunwich's had its fair share of oddities, Zebulon explains. Oh, wait, she's a country. Dunwich has had its fair share of oddities, Zebulon explains to you with a quivering voice. But I ain't never seen nothing as sick and twisted as this thing. He gives the Zebulon's a boy there. Is that true?
I mean, he looks like an old guy.
He gives the creature's remains one last sickened glance before closing the door to the chamber behind him, shuddering. He locks eyes with you, his expression grim. Whoever done this gotta pay. I'll do all that I can to help. You can add Zebulon Whately to a deck. What's the Zebulon Whately card look like?
So, +1 brain. After you succeeded a brain test,
draw a card?
Draw a card. Now,
ooh, but a big old 4 sanity.
He's got a 4 sanity. So that's the same thing with Morgan. He's got a 4 or physical.
Ooh. At a certain point, these allies are just really built to not let us die. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, allies are good in my deck because I have calling in favors.
Yes, you do. And then we're done. Undimensioned and unseen.
So we'll see who ends up playing what.
Yeah, so let's see. I was actually close to dying from sanity there. First you get the money, then you get the powder. That's right. So that was a fun run. That was a fun little. I feel like that's the exact scenario I needed. Well, nothing too heavy, just like a nice little.
And it wasn't overly intense.
No.
But it was still kind of creepy and
kind of exploded there at the end. It's nice. Jewel of Aureolus did some work that game. I think I gained all units of value after that. Okay, Vengeful Hound goes back in. So let's look at these allies. I
need to look at my deck building options. We got 4 experience there.
4 experience, that's right.
So that's enough to actually do something.
I would say so. I'm really out of experience, so now I get to go have fun.
Not that we weren't before.
I've just been suffering before this.
I'm gonna grab some water.
This is probably This is probably where. All right. So what are my worst cards? Let's zoom in for a second. All right. The worst cards in this deck. The withers are remaining questionable. Premonition's great. Hunch is great. Ward of Protection could be upgraded. I like that it works for other people, but then again, who am I kidding? Premonition's great. Stargazing's good. Quantum Flux is questionable. Kit's good. No Stone Unturned isn't needed. Mist is good. Milan is good. Wait, I did this backwards all of a sudden. Okay, so I should be laying out the things I'm not certain of. Okay, good, 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 good. We'll put rice in the pile. Bad, don't need. Bad, bad, good, good, good. Yeah, I don't really need Crack the Case most of the time. Time Warp's good, 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 good. Okay, so here we go. We've got slots. We've definitely got slots. We can upgrade the wards. Kind of hold on to the withers. Should I hold on to this Quantum Flux? Am I going to regret this? Is there going to be one of those discardy scenarios where you just lose if you run out of deck? Huh. Okay. Let's see what we got in terms of cards that we might upgrade to. This is the fun part of the game. Not to say that everything else is not fun, but you know what I'm saying. You guys feel me? Okay. Oh, you know what? Let's not sleep on the. Let's not sleep on these bulletproof vests now. Or this council's coffer. That's hilarious. I always feel like I want to do it, and I never have the guts. I don't have. Yeah, see, I don't have a chest slot. Black Cat, you're so good. Red Glove Man, you're so good too. I know you're not technically that good, but I love you. There's actually calling in favors for Red Glove Man. That's the ticket right there. Key of Yes is just too good. Don't like it. Time Worn Brand, that's unnecessary. Also too good. Okay, all right. Ooh, Moment of Respite. Let's not sleep on that either. Okay, here's some neutral fun things. Hey, this is really good with calling in favors also. How about that card? Phyllis, okay, you guys are saying Counterspell, yeah? Okay, I can look at that. Isn't that funny?
Is it good?
It's fine. It's good if you can get a bunch of actions. And it's not great for you, no. Are you asking, seriously, is it good?
I was trying to figure it out. I was like, what am I missing?
Blood Pact. It's not. Is Blood Pact? No. No. Gross. I could do Clarity of Mind. Heal 2 horror. Are we losing horror by horror ever?
You aren't usually.
I said we. I could get this Enchanted Blade Arcane.
We would be the Blade Bros.
Blade Brothers. I could swing for 4. No. I'll just put it in the pile. Spend charges on a spell. I don't really do that. Crystal and Elder Sign, no. No, you want your friends to like you. No. I could get my shriveling on, there's always that.
Shrivel, shrivel, shrivel.
Book of Shadows, don't need that. Statue's always good.
It's time for my Delve Too Deep to get out of my deck,
Yep, it's time.
particularly.
I could just upgrade these withers. There you go. I don't think that's right. Seal the 7th sign. 7 charges. After one of those tokens, remove a charge. Yes. I like this. Okay. And then let's look at Counterspell. Listen to the folks. Folks.
Can you hand me that Return to Forgotten Age box? I think you put it down there.
Yep. Yep. Put those backpacks in?
I just want to look. I just want to look. We can get those cards loaded up by next week, right? Is that a thing?
Yes.
I don't want to do something that's
Yeah, we'll
actually
get
not
them loaded
feasible.
up by the next time.
Let's just see what we got in this year. Return to Forgotten Age box.
Man, I just get into all sorts of weird stuff now. Does anyone play Mind Wipe level 3? Anyone play Mind Wipe level 3? Calling all...
I don't know what it is. Hey, check out this card. We can't pop it, so my apologies. These are all from Return to Forgotten Age. 1 experience Blood Eclipse. You ready for this? Cost 1. You take 2 damage. Then you fight. Use your brain instead of your fight. You get +2. Fight. Plus your brain. And deal +2 damage. It's a 3 damage attack.
3 damage attack. It's particularly good for people that don't have good fight skills. Not you.
Yeah.
You're already swinging with those knives.
And we were swinging. What color can you add to your deck now? Purple?
Only purple, yeah.
These are all relevant to me.
It's always deny existence. I can always upgrade these wards of protection.
Oh my goodness. This upgraded Chthonian Stone.
What's it up to?
3 experience. You seal a skull, a mask, a tablet, and a gas mask.
All of them?
You seal.
Uh-huh.
It has 3 charges. If it has no charges on it, you return it to your hand. After you reveal the tentacle, you remove a charge.
Yeah, so it used to be the old one is when you reveal a tentacle, I think the Chthonian Stone goes away. So now it's charged up more, which is way better.
Yeah, it gets 3. You have to hit 3 tentacles, and then after that, even then, it still just bounces back to your hand.
That's so much better. It's insane. You still have to choose one of the symbols. Wait, which one of the probably like in that last one, skull would have been good.
Oh, okay. I thought it was all 4. I was just
that
like,
would be insane. Yeah. Okay, so with 4, I think I just want to put a vest on. Look at that bulletproof vest. How cool is that? Just 4 soak.
the experience backpack.
I could also get a statue.
Statue of what?
Grotesque. A statue of grotesque. Clarity of Mind is tempting because the art's so good.
This is hilarious. Can I read this weakness to you?
Mm-hmm.
Basic weakness called Offer You Cannot Refuse. Campaign mode only. When you become the bearer of this weakness, gain 2 experience. Revelation. So when you reveal this card, lose 5 resources. If you can't, instead, remove this card, Offer You Can't Refuse, from your deck, and search your collection for fine print.
Oh gosh,
And
it's one of those.
And place in your discard pile. So
Eventually, does it kill you?
fine print is Revelation, lose 7 resources. If you can't, instead, remove fine print from your deck, search your collection for Sell Your Soul and place it in your discard pile. Sell Your Soul says lose 10 resources. If you can't, your Dark Patron tears your consciousness from your body. You are driven insane.
Yeah, yeah. Those are cooler at least because you can prevent them. The old one, the Whom the Bell Tolls, it just happened.
And you're,
This one, at least, you can get enough money.
yeah.
You can prevent it. I feel like it's better. Yeah, Counterspell is not bad there. That's not bad at all. Okay, so those are the options. Basically, 2 counter spells, a statue, or a bulletproof vest, or a clarity of mind. The only thing my arcane slot is currently doing is miss. I have a joke with the wither, but it's a joke.
Oh, withers.
Withers. Could pull a third charisma or a second charisma. I don't feel like I have the time to play 3 allies. You ever feel that way?
All the time.
You got any of them allies?
They're right here.
Hey, kid. Why clarity mind? For no reason. It looks good. And both of us almost died to horror. Or maybe
Horror.
only me. I'm with you, Gnome. I like the vest too. I think it's a clean upgrade. Boom. And we're going to throw that in over Crack the Case.
You can have 2 charismas, technically.
Yeah, you can have 6. That's not true, probably. They can have 2, max. Yeah, 2, if anything.
I retract all of my statements. Literally all of them.
All right, I'm sitting on 1.
1 experience.
Yeah, 1 experience.
All right. I forgot I added old Inspector Legrasse from that campaign last week.
That's right.
He's hanging around. Is this yours?
Yeah, but I put it in the to be considered pile. Yeah, Scott, I think Zach's got a Brother Zavy already.
I do.
Look at this Moan of Respite art. Isn't that awesome? Just like, yeah, just take a second. Heal 3 horror.
Huh. Are you putting that in your deck?
No.
It's close. The fact that you can play it from the top of your deck at -1 and it draws you a card.
It's good.
But
Same with Bulletproof Vest. 1 cost for 4 health. Bring it on.
oh, nice. What's the equivalent for sanity?
Now, here's what I could do also instead the necklace slot, so you don't want any part of that, unless you get that Ritual Hunter to have 2 slots.
The Relic Hunter?
Yeah, the Relic Hunter. Because I could also get a Charisma and then take an ally for Sokies. That's a good question. What if... Let's look at the allies. You got all those allies somewhere?
I haven't touched any of those
Did
cards.
I just take them? I just put them somewhere, I think. Where'd those allies go? Where'd those suckers go? Nope. Here they are. Right in front of me. Rice, Armitage, Powder, Zebulon, Francis. You've got to take Francis, right? I mean... Or do we do the soak strategy?
That's where I don't know.
Huh.
Because, like, I'm not exactly having trouble murdering things.
Yeah, the murder is strong.
So then it's really just, now I'm more efficient because I draw cards when I murder?
I think I'm going another Charisma. Because right now... Gosh, that's just going to be busted. We've got double Rook. Double Christopher.
I think with these allies we get to put in, the charisma starts to make more sense.
I feel like I'm playing champions here, just playing leadership decks. Okay, so I'm going to choose 2, and you can choose 2. I'm going to take Francis. Do you want Zebulon for the 4 soak?
What's he do?
Succeed, draw a card.
I do that all the time.
You've got a 4 brain there.
I'll at least look at it.
Draw a card, discard that card, and exhaust to gain 3. I don't need money, but I would take it, I suppose.
It is nice when you don't like the card on top of your deck. You can just draw it, discard it to gain 3.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an action for 3
Alright.
that clears the top card of your deck.
I'm into it. Do you want Rice?
What's he
Discover
do?
a clue, draw a card, +1.
That's never going to happen.
Yeah, I'm never going to have it. All right, it looks like Charisma it is then. I've got all these peasants.
Is this just, like, bad, though?
What's that?
This many allies?
No. No, surely not, right?
I don't know. I've never built a deck with this many allies, so why don't I do this normally?
Because normally we don't have like 7 from the campaign. They're giving us tons of allies. That's kind of it seems like the Dunwich thing.
So, how about I add a second charisma?
Yeah, I'm doing that too, but I don't have the cards. Just let it be known.
Let me look. Let me make sure my latest deck on the deck builder is.
Let it be known. +1 charisma.
I'm gonna do the same thing, and I'm gonna save 1 experience.
Yeah, me too. So we're just gonna take our friends, our Dunwich friends, down through the rest of the campaign. Steven now has
Put in Zebulon.
2x charisma and 1 XP left. Zach now has 2x charisma, right?
Mm-hmm.
And 1 XP left. Okay. Yeah, where did Inspector Legras come from? Oh, that was from
Consternation.
Consternation. That's right. Cool.
All right, this is staying, this is staying, this is staying, this is staying. This.
You can always come in to test, yeah.
This, this.
I do love icons, Dave. Yeah, you got calling in favors too, right?
Yeah,
You got the double calling.
that's why all my allies are so good.
I've been going through my deck pretty quick. SG Prometheus, the consternation constellation on the consternation on the constellation is a fan-made scenario that we played last week. The Mythos Busters. You want to zoom out?
Yeah.
We'll zoom out. The Mythos Busters created a scenario, and we played it last week for the Arkham Con. I hope you guys enjoyed that and
I did.
attended in whatever capacity you wanted to. Hey, Frankie, you're done with spoilers. Opinion about FFG not including us in the spoiler stuff for Red Skull? It's immaterial.
They didn't include us. Oh my goodness.
Oh, like we didn't get a preview?
I guess. I didn't know we didn't get a preview. I didn't, it's fine.
It's fine. We're kind of doing our own thing over here. Over here in Tulsa.
We're just playing our own little sandbox over here, you know? Yeah, I mean, so
nobody called us.
it used to, previews are cool, obviously. I think it's a really cool way for a publisher to bring attention to content creators that are obviously doing something very valuable for the community. I think content creation is a huge part of these community-driven expandable games. So I think it's a cool thing for them to do. I
would say we've been fortunate enough to be here for a long time and to kind of have an audience. And if you're a content creator that doesn't have that advantage and hasn't been around for a long time, it's nice to have a reason for people to check you out, right? So like us getting a preview is not going to get us any new people into our audience.
Yeah, well, it's even like, so they previewed a whole bunch of stuff at Gen Con, which was cool. They did a Gen Con Online, super cool. Then we came in on Monday, because we always do Marvel Monday, and we talked about all those previews and did content and gave our opinions on it. And it's like, the main thing about previews that's interesting, and we've gone back and forth on this, because it is exciting. Like we had the Destiny Masters events, and that last one of the designers, Jeremy, was here. We revealed Palpatine. People were really, it was like a very exciting thing to be a part of. But the recognition is like, if you watching us hinges on whether or not we're going to show you new cards, then we're probably not doing the kind of content we want to be doing in the first place. So
couldn't have said it better myself.
We like talking about it. We talked about the previews, and people are watching, but we're also not really content creators. I mean, we do a lot of content, but I don't. In my head, we're not content creators, right? When I think content creator, it's like building an audience, all the influencer stuff, and it's like
running ads
somehow, ads or sponsorships or Twitch partners or whatever that ends up looking like. So it's just it's a different thing, and like we've done a ton of preview content in the past, but I'm happy to hear that a bunch of content creators are getting previews.
Yeah, and like we said, it's good. I mean, honestly, I would much rather that the opportunities go to people who haven't had as many of those opportunities in the past few years. Like I said, if you play Marvel Champions and you're on the internet and you are actively seeking out content, I can't imagine that us having a preview gets you to look at us for the first time. But like if you're a smaller podcast, if you're a smaller content channel and nobody knows who you are, all of a sudden saying like, well, this thing has a Captain America preview is like, well, now maybe I get to go check this person out, and I happen to now be exposed to their content and really like it, and that gets them started. Also, it could be there could be just a legal reality, kind of like what you're talking about, Zach, where like we actively sell products. So it could be seen as like favoring one store over another.
Sure.
Whether or not you should be doing that is a really good question. Do you want to favor a store that supports your games in a very robust way, or do you want to treat everybody equally? Yeah, we'll hash that out later, perhaps. But that could also be one of the reasons. But yeah, no sweat for us. We honestly didn't even know that was the case until you just told us.
But I'm super pumped for it to come out. I mean, and that's the thing, right? Is like previews or not, like that's fine. But the recognition is like Rise of Red Skull's coming out in about a month, and like we're gonna get it, and we're gonna be super excited about it, and then we're probably gonna do a full campaign on stream. Like
that's right. You don't even have to pay us. You don't have to pay us. You don't have to send us cards.
You literally do nothing.
Do nothing.
Just make the product, and we'll take care of the rest. And like,
because we just like it.
Yeah, but I think,
an idea.
Especially, so like the other part of this is a lot of content creators are single game focused. And so smaller single game focused content creators do a lot of work, and like they're usually doing it as a passion outside of their actual jobs and whatnot. So like, I think it's great for a publisher to give them things that create excitement and help create awareness for them. I think that's a smart thing for a publisher to do. And I just think it's a great thing because I think community content is incredibly valuable to every one of these communities, from Champions to Ashes to whatever it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm just organizing cards. Are we done here?
What up, Anesthesia Cat says, all right, sign up for Ashes. You got me.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Thomas
talking
says,
about.
what's the
Hey,
update
where are
on
we?
Ashes?
Yeah, let's get an update. Let's get an
just
update.
get it. Yeah, we are done here, by the way. We'll give the update, and then I'm getting out of here.
I would guess.
We got to record a podcast.
I know. We got
gotta
to
do
record
it.
the podcast. 72% would be my guess.
76%.
76 trombones
So that's
in the
6% more since we started the stream.
Oh,
pretty cool.
Yeah. So we're past the 3/4 mark, everybody. Get on the train. Let's do this thing.
Let's go. If you haven't seen it, check out the Ashes stream from yesterday.
Nobody really knew if this was going to work. So it's very exciting.
We're
getting
there. Yeah.
Awesome.
It's the kind of thing where like Ashes is a fantastic game. I love plaid hats, and I think that it's definitely a game that deserves a second chance. And we're talking about it beforehand though, where it's like and it's the cool thing of the way the system works. We'll talk about this on the podcast. If you want to hear more about this, listen to the Covenant
Just record it live right now.
Don't tempt people because they'll.
I'll do it right now.
Ask it, but it's the recognition that like. You can launch a game with the PvP system and like there's no risk. So we could have launched it and no one cared, and no one was willing to get back into Ashes. And then a month from now, after doing content and marketing and all the stuff that's going to happen, if there's just not enough people that are interested, you just move on. But in most cases, for a game when it gets published, publishers have to literally design. They have to pay for art. They have to develop. They have to pay for a print run. They have to pay for shipping from China. All of this is before they've even thought about making a sale. Then they have to do all the marketing, basically, and you have to bet, right? How much marketing do I need to pour into this to make it successful and to get the wheel turning? And you don't get to find out. This is one of the biggest problems with Destiny. We'll talk about this on the podcast. But the thing with Destiny is
you're getting me excited.
Literally,
let's go. Let's get ready for this podcast. It's like the pre-game music.
It was like 2 weeks before Destiny came out, and the entire industry had basically said, no, not that interested, right? Literally, I think it was 2.5 weeks beforehand. I don't think there was an upper cap on how much Destiny we could have ordered, because that's how much hadn't been bought. And then a week later, a pre-release happens, and a bunch of people get their hands on it, a bunch of people get excited, and all of a sudden everyone wants that game. So then when it actually comes out, a day after it comes out, it's sold out pretty much everywhere. And so that's part of the problem with the current system, is that it just has no way to gauge interest and excitement and actual give good, there's no projecting. It's just guesswork. And the two worst things that can happen to a game are nowhere near enough, particularly for an expandable game. Like a board game like Wingspan, not enough, that's just excitement.
Yeah, just wait.
But Destiny not having enough is one of the major factors that eventually leads to that game not being nearly as successful as it could be. On the flip side, printing way too much is like killer for a publisher, especially a smaller publisher. Like if you don't have the money to sit on 10,000 units of something for 2 years as it sells.
Because let's keep
And
in
the
mind,
marketing to
Ashes
keep
was
it
doing
selling.
that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Is like let's not forget, like the inventory that they're moving right now was sitting there for years. So like, if people wanted it then, they weren't buying it. So the assumption would have to be that, well, people didn't want it. So can you imagine sitting on that much old product and saying, hey, let's relaunch this game because it's going to work this time?
And they were sitting on a bunch of old product, which is
Right.
why they have it in stock right now.
Right.
And that's
Nobody would do that? Like, you would never go through the standard system again with a product that already didn't work, that you're still sitting on. It's like, let's try it again.
well,
like,
and you
no,
can
let's try
imagine too,
something
right?
new.
Think about Ashes, right? Literally Ashes. We'll talk about this on the podcast. Last thing. So if you think about Ashes.
Are we going to talk about this on the podcast?
Yes, I got really excited all of a sudden because the reality is that exactly what you're saying, right? If you want to reboot this game, you have two options. If you're going to go through the standard route, and this is what I want to talk about on the podcast.
Okay.
It's like if you go
I'll be there.
If you go 1.5 into the upgrade kit, how many retailers are interested in we have 21, 22, 23 SKUs from the past 6 years, and we're rebooting a game that obviously you didn't have enough people playing to support anyway. And then on top of that, it's like now you need to buy this old product and this upgrade kit as a store and stock that. And previous players only need to buy the one thing, but new players need both. So like good luck deciding how much of that to stock. And then the other option is just a total reboot. But like the energy required in a total reboot and the risk, again, like I said, is like significant investment up front to try a game again that failed previously. So like it's kind of like we have said this a lot on the streams. It's a very common quote, but like the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over again, expecting a different result.
Einstein said that. Steve Jobs said that.
Someone said it. Michael
Jesus
Scott
said it.
that.
Yeah, I mean, it's all across our history.
So that's where all this comes from, where it's like there's enough people playing it that you could feasibly print it, but at the same time, like it's not working in the system that is existing right now. So like, what are you going to do about it? So
Jesus did not say
we're
that.
going to dive in. No, he didn't. Yeah, we said a lot of things here that were inaccurate.
I
That was one of them.
actually
Now Gene did not sponsor
studied.
this.
I'll have you know, I studied ancient Greek in college.
Anesthesia says Plaid Hat's sold out of 3 different packs since yesterday.
Good.
That's fantastic.
Yeah,
to
very
see.
good.
That's great. So if all that sells out, I'm sure if there's enough interest, they're going to look at reprinting those in 1.5. Thanks for being with us. It was a privilege. If you want to hear more of the conversation we were just having, tune into the podcast this weekend. It's called the Covenant Cast. And we'll catch you there. If not, stay safe. We'll see you next week for Freaky Friday.